to sacrifice your life.
The fuck was that, Ken?
Joey Fats Radio, row 1C1.
I've been loving every second. I'm not rooting for injuries openly, but
I just pretended that was Brian Deegan.
I'm so fucking pumped. I'd be like, yeah, bitch, fuck
I
you.
will do that.
I'm gonna find him on LinkedIn and be like, "Did you punch a kid in the face? Tell me the truth."
All right, Sean brought his A game tonight. All right, okay, I like it. I like where this is going. And I don't want to put this as like a thing. Like he wasn't a bad guy, as far as
Who
we
said
know.
he was a bad guy?
I don't know, but I feel like we're painting him in this light that he was like this bad guy, and I don't want to do that. To this day, I hope you hear this. Fuck you. But rules are rules, okay? Stupid rule, but it was a rule. If you were a Crip and you were cooling in the cut, what do the Bloods do? Are they booling in the butt? Yep. Also, we are extremely juvenile, and yeah, whatever. Fuck you. All right.
You fucking smacked me in the ass, you dumb fuck.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, holy fuck, beans. Jesus Christ. Sorry about your earballs, boys.
My God.
I don't know how the hell I must have hit the slider on accident on my volume. Holy shit. Well,
Hey, you know
Turn
what?
it up and rip the
Good for Joey for not throwing his fucking cat under the bus. Usually when like the volume's like maxed out, Joey's like, "Just fucking cat."
Well, you were fucking with it a minute ago, so you might have hit something. But
I hit the slider on accident,
It's
boys.
funny.
I hit it on accident. It happens,
he
okay?
wasn't crab on
I'm a
that
professional, but I'm not that much of a professional, okay?
shit. Whatever.
Anyway, thank you, everybody, joining us tonight on this absolutely lovely edition of Row 1, Seat 1, right here on the one, the only, the New Bedford Guide. Coming at you live, 774-992-8702 is the phone number. If you are feeling so inclined to talk some sports with us tonight, we've got a whole bunch to get into, as we always do, because, you know, as the world turns,
It's football season, bitch.
it is football season,
God
and there is really nothing else to it, man. We got football. We've got
Upsets.
football. We've got. Do we have any upsets though?
Yeah, the fucking Bucks in the Commanders.
That's not
an
an
Yes, it
upset.
fucking was.
That's not an
Kiss
upset.
my ass.
That's
the
not an
Bucks were
upset.
supposed to win. Brother Baker
chill.
was supposed to win.
Chill, brother. They don't upset.
Everybody telling Magic
That ain't an
Johnson to
upset.
stay away from Jaden Daniels because he had a cut on his face.
That's fucked up.
It was.
That's fucked
Did
up.
you see
Come on,
that?
man.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
Magic just live? Can't you just let Magic live?
I don't know. People can't do it, bro.
God, we need Magic. We need Magic to get.
What would the show be if we didn't bring light to all, bring to light all the fucked up things? That
But
people
we
say?
need Magic to get into the Lakers hemisphere like now. You know what I mean? Like I need Magic in the Lakers. That's what I need.
Right now?
Yeah, because the Lakers kind of fucking suck.
Yeah. What's going on with that? Are we gonna? We're not gonna start with that, are we?
No.
I'm not asking that question.
Hell no, we ain't fucking starting with no goddamn
NBA shit.
fucking NBA shit. Hold on, I gotta fix this post real quick because I'm a fucking idiot. And
Well, yeah,
But-
I thought it was kind of a fucking upset, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah.
Dude, and he doinked it. He fucking doinked it.
He did doink it.
Can I point out that I almost put money that he was gonna miss it?
Well, you would have lost.
Did you notice how uncomfortable he looked walking up? How many times did he fix his hair, and he didn't fix anything? Did you notice that?
Yeah, he was like
The camera was on him, and he kept
he was doing like the emo thing.
He kept brushing his hair to the side, like 100. I'm like, bro. I'm like, he's gonna fucking miss this kick. I'm like, look at his face. He's gonna miss this shit.
He was
and
nervous.
he almost fucking did, but he just doinked it in the right direction. I'm like, you bitch.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got away with it this time.
He was a
But you
nervous wreck.
bro. Horrible. You could tell he was feeling it. I'm like, look at this guy walking up. He was fixing his hair like crazy, and he wasn't fixing shit really. But it was the way he was doing. I'm like, he's gonna miss his fucking kick. I feel so bad. I mean, I guess good for Jaden Daniels. That kind of more cements his Rookie of the Year award, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
but it was they
That's
decide
a
that
lock.
shit. They decide that shit before the playoffs begin.
You think it's already done, yeah?
Yeah, they have to. They have to decide it before the playoffs.
Oh no, the voting's in before the playoffs start.
Ah, that sucks. I thought it was at least a little bit
No,
later. But all right.
no,
I didn't know
no.
if they did it like a one night kind of thing and then banged it out.
No, they do it.
They could. They should wait, dude. What the fuck?
No.
Well, because it's not a postseason. It's not a postseason award.
They don't yeah, it only goes
It's a regular
into the
season
regular
award.
season award.
If-
and I still think he was the rookie of the year as far as regular
If you're-
season
if
goes.
you're
I
going
mean,
to
Bo
count
Nix
playoffs-
probably, but
If you're gonna count playoffs, it's skewed because most of the rookies don't make the playoffs.
yeah. How many rookies made the playoffs this year? 2, right?
Just Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix.
What you talking about? There's at least multiple rookies on every team.
No, but I mean,
Well-
like starting quarterbacks.
Starting quarterbacks.
Starting quarterbacks.
yeah,
the
but,
important
like-
positions. You know,
The fourth string cornerback is like, I made the playoffs.
He has
too.
a point.
yeah. You know, the one that matters, the starting quarterback. How many rookie quarterbacks have made the playoffs in the past? Starting quarterback, like
Probably,
Well,
probably
let's-
almost every year, it feels like.
there's like at least one.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud did it his rookie year.
Yeah.
So that was
2
last
years.
year.
I'm sure you can go back almost every single year, and there's like a rookie
Did Justin
quarterback.
Herbert do it his rookie year? No.
I don't think so.
He
I
made
think
it
they
his
missed.
second year, and then they blew it to the Jags.
Oh, Andrew Luck, I think did.
Didn't Davis
2012?
Mills? Wait, was Davis Mills? Did he make it in the
Did you
Texans
guys-
Wasn't
team?
that the KC year?
Yeah, it was the big comeback. No,
Yeah.
Mac Jones made it rookie year.
no, that was 2013.
13.
Because I remember we got on the cruise ship because it was the year Sean and I
I
went on the
was in New
cruise together.
Hampshire. Yes, because
And,
I
we-
was
and
in
I
New
got on the
Hampshire.
and I got on the cruise ship and I turned on the TV to check the score and the Colts were getting blown the fuck out. And it was right as Andrew Luck, what's his name, fumbled the ball and Andrew Luck picked it up and dove into the end zone.
Donnie Brown.
Donnie Brown. Oh right, Donald Brown.
UConn.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, maybe the Colts got something. And then by the time I made my way to the pool deck and got my first mojito, the Colts were like right back in and they hit TY on a bomb. And I was like, oh shit, the Colts are back. So that was 2013. Did he make it in 2012? I want to say yes, they did because they lost to Baltimore in the wild card round.
Oh, yeah. Brock Purdy and Mac Jones did.
Oh, right. Yeah, Mac Purdy. Yeah, Brock and
Lamar.
Mac. Yeah, Lamar did too.
Lamar did.
Yeah,
Dak-
plenty of a
Dak
lot.
did.
It happens
yeah.
more often than you think.
It does. Rookie quarterbacks
Yeah, I'm
make
starting
it.
to go
I feel like
down,
there's.
like, fuck.
I feel like there's kind of one every year,
Andy
but
Dalton, Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck, Robert Griffin, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo.
But
I'm
we'll-
not counting Logan Thomas.
we'll
fucking starting.
get into all the wild card weekend reaction because obviously that's going to be the big thing. We'll preview the divisional round.
Some of these games
As
are
well.
ass.
Sean, we're just going to come right out and say it. This is the worst wild card weekend I can remember. It was fucking ass. Not a single game was good.
No.
So we'll get into that. We'll talk about all the fun shit from Wild Card Weekend. We'll get into the divisional round preview. We'll get into Vrabel getting hired by the Patriots because I know there's a bunch of people chomping at the bit. They got big time
The
opinions
best move you could possibly
on
make.
this.
No shit, dog.
I'll tell you what, man. Y'all Patriots fans are pretty split on this one.
Which makes no sense to me.
It makes no sense to me because, again, this doesn't come down to whether or not it's Mike Vrabel. It comes down to whether or not the Crafts will let Mike Vrabel win.
How
That's
can
where
nobody
it comes
see
down
this as
to.
an
Bill
upgrade,
Belichick even said so much.
Schefter said it today on Pat McAfee's show. Elliot Wolf and the new guy, Cowden, who they just hired, both report to Vrabel. That was per Vrabel. They said, jokingly, they Pat in his, like, tone of, like, that raspiness, he was like, who does Wolf report to in his raspy-ass voice? And Schefter's like, Vrabel's the guy. Vrabel is the top. Like, he and then Teddy Bruschi and other former Patriots came out and said it. And Gronk, Rodney Harrison, and Teddy Bruschi this week essentially threw Jonathan Kraft under the bus without saying his name.
Yep.
They said ownership needs to stay out of the decision process like it was with Belichick. They said you can't have your hands in the pot. If you don't have a GM, that's fine. Make sure you're not the GM.
So just make sure that basically once Vrabel gets his power, he has it.
Vrabel explained what he wants for players today. He's like, I'm not a combine guy, which is sad. But he's an in-game only guy.
I feel like this is
I like that, though.
massive opportunity for Vrabel where this is like where he always wanted to be.
It
Well,
is-
this
he said it.
is the opportunity for Vrabel.
This is him like being like Belichick's actual successor.
So when he first he said it, and
gonna try.
I've listened to everything Vrabel has said the last 2 days because I've been so in love with the whole situation.
All right, so I guess we'll start with Vrabel.
We'll start with Vrabel.
Run
You
it!
know, I-
774-992-8702. Before we get into that, also, we're just going to give out a shout-out to our sponsor, the Village Sweet Shop, 300 Elm Street, Paid Narrow, Mass. If you like candy, chocolates, gourmet, any kind of crazy shit, you want those crazy pistachio Dubai bars, they got you covered. Everything from penny candy to deluxe fudges and, the chocolate champagne bottles that don't have champagne in them, but, whatever.
Just straight chocolate.
They're just straight chocolate.
Paul, did you not buy like 100 lint balls and eat like 36 of them?
Yeah.
Wait, no, the Lindt chocolate truffles?
Yeah.
No, we bought 100 of them. We ate 100 of them.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You ate the whole 100?
Yeah, they're all gone.
How many days did that take you to eat?
4 or 5.
No.
That's called diabetes.
Maybe like 30 or 40 days.
30 or 40 days?
Yeah.
Oh, you just told me the story last week. I was
Dude,
gonna say,
so
We had them from like
they have a butterscotch fudge.
a month and a half.
It's a butterscotch flavored fudge. I'm a huge butterscotch fan. It's got the butterscotch morsels, butterscotch flavored fudge. I got that,
Was this Village Sweet Shop got
Yeah.
this? Oh.
and you should know. And then I got what else? I got a it's like a deluxe gourmet s'more thing. It's it's the graham cracker and the marshmallow, but then it's just like dunked in fudge, like in chocolate, and then dried. So it's just like you just eat it.
That sounds bomb.
Like it's a s'more. It's a marshmallow and a graham cracker just encased in chocolate.
What?
It's bomb as hell.
All right.
So I got that. I got those. I just dove into. Dude, like the Skittles, like every time there's an exotic Skittles flavor in there, I grab it.
Skittle Bro.
They got all sorts of like European flavored chips, Oreos, chocolate like Toblerone bar type things. Like there's all sorts of crazy stuff. So if you see it on TikTok, it's probably there. So if you want to go down, check that place out. 300 Elm Street. It's on the corner of Bridge and Elm down in Padenara, Mass, down the Village, right on the corner next to the Naughty Knit. So second door in on the right. On the right, if you take the left on Elm off a bridge, go in and check it out. Give the promo code row 1 seat 1. Let them know we sent you. You'll get a little discount on your order.
Hell yeah.
It's always good.
And if the owner gives you any shit, you just tell her. you just tell her I sent you.
She's going to be like, yeah, what of it? She's like, I have nothing else to say now.
Oh, shit.
But anyway, Village Sweet Shop, 300 Elm Street. Go check them out. Row 1 seat 1 is the promo code. If you want to go down there and get some chocolates, like I said, they got everything from
Hell yeah.
deluxe candies, like crazy TikTok nonsense. Like I said, that pistachio, whatever.
Whatever, the
Dubai bar,
thing.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Dubai chocolate bar. We had one the other day.
It was okay.
I loved it. I thought it was incredible. I was like, this is amazing.
I'm not crazy into chocolate. That's why. So I'm like, meh.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you don't like chocolate, it's like when I used to work in the restaurant. People ask me, like, "Oh, what's your favorite thing?" And I'm like, "Well, the lobster roll." And they're like, "Ooh, I don't like lobster." I'm like, "Well, in that case, I would advise you not to go with that."
No,
Because,
yeah, exactly.
probably not going to be your thing. But
Right.
nonetheless, check it out. Use the promo code row 1 seat 1. Tell them we sent you. It helps
Hell
us
yeah.
out. All right, 774-992-8702 is the phone number. We have the phone open. We are taking calls tonight.
We sure
the whole show. So freelance it, do it up. You got something you want to say?
Patriots
Call
fans.
and say it. Patriots fans, I love to hear from you because
I want those on the opposite side of me. I am so for the Vrabel move. I sat here almost a year ago today, almost exactly a year
We
ago,
all
and
did.
I said,
we were banging the table for this
I
guy.
said-
I don't really think. Yeah, I can't see how anybody would be mad about this.
the Patriots let go of Belichick. I'm like, there's no way that was a coincidence right after Vrabel got let go from Tennessee, shockingly. And I was like, it has to be Vrabel. And then they were like, oh, it's got to be Vrabel.
The timing was perfect.
It's in his contract and all this other stuff. Like, we flew out to Israel and I fell in love. That story pissed me off to no end. To no end. Don't laugh. That story pissed me off to no end.
Yeah.
Is where you're telling me that the decision was made in Israel when he was just like, yo, this place is beautiful. And Kraft's like, that's the coach.
Let's go.
That's the next coach.
Yeah, yep, he's next.
He says, I knew in 2019. So you were sabotaging Belichick for 4 straight years.
yeah.
Being like, I can't wait for this motherfucker to get out of here.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, they finally made the right decision. They bring in Mike Vrabel, the guy. I've been saying it for so long. Everyone's like, oh, I don't like Vrabel. He runs too much. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. He does this. Listen, he took a Titans team the best player was Derrick Henry, okay?
Yeah.
You could make an argument the best player on the Ravens is still Derrick Henry, and it's a whole different team.
Yeah.
I just want to say, people are like, he runs too much. He had Derrick fucking Henry.
They were actually like, I don't want to, like, they were like a competitive team with Derrick Henry.
No, they were competitive the whole time Vrabel was there, besides the last
Vrabel,
year.
yeah, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden
they made the
you
playoffs
get
a
rid of
couple times.
Vrabel and Henry, and it's just like.
Well, I remember when the GM shipped off AJ Brown just
During the draft.
Yeah, we were like.
inexplicably, and Vrabel was like, "Wait, what?"
Vrabel, I'm glad you brought that up. Vrabel talked about that today because they said, hey, A.J. Brown wants out of Philly. They couldn't say his name. They said, would you be interested in a player who likes
Why
to...
does AJ Brown want out of Philly?
He feels like he's not getting the ball enough.
Bro, I had him on my fantasy.
But
and he's totally right.
And
Okay,
and
I mean, whatever.
And they asked him today. They said, "Would you be willing to take on a player who likes to read on the sideline, aka AJ Brown from this past weekend? He was reading like the Bible,
I saw
or whatever
that,
the hell he
yeah.
was reading." And John Gruden had like a nervous meltdown about that. He goes, "Nobody's reading on my sideline."
Well, John Gruden's probably having flashbacks to Keyshawn Johnson.
Yes.
Hey, Gruden.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like doing all that shit.
So
Fucking Keyshawn.
So Vrabel is
Oh,
like,
Keyshawn?
I have a very close
Keyshawn.
relationship with AJ. I like him. I appreciate him. He said, notoriously, everyone remembers my interview during a Titans draft where I said, there won't be a team that AJ Brown isn't on that I'm not on.
I mean, he got 67
And he was,
receptions for
and he
1,000
was
yards.
67 receptions is a
For
problem.
1,079.
I
Yeah,
know.
but that's a guy that's usually getting like 85 plus.
Dude, he was getting like 85, 90 balls. He's still producing over 1,000 yards with 67 catches. That's crazy impressive.
That's what I'm saying.
He
like
wants more.
1,000
He wants
yards,
more.
Bro. You already got 1,000
I mean, it's tough. Listen, and that's
almost 1,100.
But therein lies the problem when you have a
7
guy like
tutties.
Saquon Barkley who
You
goes
can-
for 2,000 yards,
That's
and you're
the-
like, all right, dude, like, yeah, he's
Dude,
gonna get
of course he's
330
taking some,
carries.
yeah.
Like, he's gonna take something away from you.
Check out Devonta Smith, though. That's
I mean,
it.
Oh,
Philly's-
trust me.
Philly's-
That's who I had on my fantasy, by the way. Not
Philly's
AJ
offense
Brown.
was never more efficient than it was this year. But anyway, back to the Patriots.
So Vrabel talked about it ad nauseum, where he was just like, that was kind of blown out. That was never talked to him about, and that bothered him. So you're telling me he had Ryan Tannehill as his quarterback given to him. He brought Ryan Tannehill in the first year to the AFC Championship game,
He did.
and they lost to the juggernaut. Wait, they beat the Patriots and the Ravens and lost to the juggernaut Chiefs in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
That was the Titans team that should have. The next year they won the playoffs. He went to the playoffs
Yeah, because
every
that was
year.
the beginning of the Chiefs dynasty.
He went to the playoffs every year, and you look at those rosters; those teams were shit.
They were not great.
No, Derrick Henry and then friends.
It was Derrick Henry and
68 for
friends.
833.
So say that again.
68 for 833 on Devontae Smith.
And
See
then
what I mean? They're not a throwing team.
and so they get rid of AJ Brown inexplicably and the GM gets fired like 6 weeks into the season because AJ Brown's exploding in Philly. I think actually it was the game when he came. They played him.
Yeah.
He came back, roasted the Titans,
like 3
and the
tutties and,
GM
like-
was fired like before the fourth quarter.
Was it not John Runyon? It was something like that. I know who the GM was because I remember the name.
No,
but he
it was- Paul,
John,
look it up.
No, John Runyon was a
What was that,
offensive lineman for the Eagles.
Eagles, Tennessee, what year?
No, just look up.
No, the fired
I
GM
got
for
it.
the Titans. That's all you have to look up. And anyway, I keep telling people, I'm like, trust me. I've watched everything with this man since when he retired as a Chief to when he went to the.
Rand Carthen?
No, it's not him. He went to the University of Ohio State University, which is his alma mater.
yeah,
He was
Rand Carthen.
that was
Yeah.
the GM.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
I did not. I was like,
Yeah,
Rand
they fired him after
Carthen?
2 seasons.
Yeah.
Stupid. And
He will not be helping. Oh wait, no, that was the current GM. They just fired their current GM.
well, the team's awful.
So who was the GM before him?
Oh.
I was like, that was not the name. It was a former Patriots guy.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't Rand Carth. Rand Carth was the guy that took over for the guy that got fired. Why are we drawing a blank here?
Just look at GM that traded AJ Brown.
2023.
John Robinson?
Oh, yes, that's it. John
Yeah,
Robinson.
John Robinson.
John Robinson. He was the former player of development under the Patriots, and then he went to the Tennessee to get the GM job. Nice guy, but I don't really trust his drafting instincts. Anyway, Vrabel for the last 2 days has talked everything basically without naming his offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, and I just love everything this guy's about. He's about not using analytics. He's not a Joey guy. With Joey's like DVOA. He's like, listen. He talked about it today. He says, you know what players I want? He goes, I told Elliott Wolf and I told Cowden, who they just brought in too. I want good ones. He goes, that's what I want. I want good players.
Yeah, I want guys that listen. All right, so I was having this debate on Facebook with a bunch of people because you and I, obviously, I think the three of us, when we all sat here and Paul and I put our little pretend Patriots fans hats on last year at this time, and we said, who do you want as the head coach of the New England Patriots on opening day in 2024? Unanimously across the board, it was Mike Vrabel. There was no question. It was the only answer. It was the answer. It was the only answer. And the only person that had an effect on that was Robert Kraft and Jonathan Kraft, who inexplicably went with Gerard Mayo. We first guessed that decision when it happened. We said it was fucking stupid. We gave him, I think we put the over-under on like 7.5 games for him. We didn't even know if he was going to make it through
Make
the
the whole
season.
season.
Dude, his
Yeah.
first press conference was rough.
Dude,
He was
well,
like,
I
nobody
think-
likes black people in New England. I was like,
I
what?
think
Bro,
when
he
he
made Jeff Saturday look like a good hire. Like,
no, for real.
I'm not really lying.
He said some awkward racial things on the opening press
and
conference.
isn't
and I
that
was
fucking
like,
nuts? And like, let's just address that elephant in the room real quick.
Okay.
Jeff Saturday might have been a terrible head coach and a total nepotism hire, but Jeff Saturday, like Gerard Mayo, was also a nepotism hire, and then he came out and said a bunch of racist shit, and everybody just gave him a pass. But the entire mainstream media fucking murdered Jeff Saturday.
Right. The whole
Gee,
time he was there.
I wonder why that is.
Right. And we beat the Raiders,
And
so fuck you guys.
the biggest thing.
And
from-
their records were not that dissimilar.
Right,
No, no, no.
Right,
The
right.
biggest thing which really bothered me is that week to week, Mayo would come out and make a press conference, would say something really bad, throwing either a teammate, a coach, or somebody under the bus.
Every week.
And the next day on Monday Morning Quarterback on WEI or whatever the hell the show's called, he'd be like, yeah, I didn't mean it like that. I was taken out of context.
Bullshit.
It was like,
own
no.
Up, own up, bitch.
No, they would pull up the sheet. They would be like, you said, AVP, what a dumb bitch. And he was like, I was talking about a dog that had just walked by, and AVP was like, he always would like have like this backtrack. And I told Joey, I've said it in the show.
And
I've
of
said it many
course,
times.
the sycophants at WEI would just cover for him, and they would never press him on the questions because, those are the same people that are just, going to who was it that they when they brought on Torrey Hunter during the whole fucking when all those people were chanting the N-word at him in Fenway, and they're like, I don't understand why people just don't believe you, and it's like, you don't?
And time has proven that Torrey Hunter essentially lied about that whole thing. Because it was never proven.
It took about 30 seconds for that to be proven false.
I mean, no,
Like,
because
there was
remember,
not like a dozen 10-year-olds in the first row above the dugout chanting the N-word at Torrey Hunter while their parents were like, oh yeah, get him, kids, that's great, good
but
job.
If you remember, it was like the next time Torrey Hunter came to bat, he got a standing ovation, people were holding signs, we love you. It's like awful. I couldn't stand that whole time frame. That was the beginning of the end of me watching the Red Sox. I'm never turning them back on.
Oh, I'll never support the Red Sox again. Not till
Dude,
John Henry dies.
John Henry has to die or sell the team.
And even still, just the fucking people that root for the Red Sox are such just
Idiots.
Just fucking losers. Dude.
Jarren Duran, one of the Red Sox, and I haven't watched last season, but I do go and read after the season end. Those like, hey, Jarren Duran, up and coming, very good player, goes to arbitration. You thinking, okay, maybe the Red Sox and him were way far. Maybe Jarren Duran's asking for a ton of money. Young kid, powerful, good glove, like can hit well, like he's got it all. He's an outfielder. He asked for $4 million.
A whole $4 million, huh?
And the Red Sox said, highest we can go is 3.5. The highest we can go.
They pawn shopped him.
Yeah, I know.
They pawn ward him.
Dude's gonna sit there and be like how
Dude.
fucking disrespectful is that?
I'm pretty sure you paid more than
$4
$4 million to have Yawkey Way renamed. Like,
Yes.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
The mediator, the mediator ended it. Usually the mediator takes like a day or so. The mediator ended it within 25 minutes, saying $4 million is like the easiest okay I've ever seen in my life. Like he wasn't asking for $14 million. He said $4.
You paid
and
more
you
than-
said, oh, I got about $350. It's like, are you shitting me?
It's like, yo, you paid $4 million. You paid more than $4 million to put the huge Black Lives Matter sign up
Dude.
on the bike, for Christ's sake.
Dude, you have what?
a known
I-
scam company.
Fucking hate the Red Sox, dude.
What's the name of the pitcher that got blackmailed into saying he raped somebody and the girl ended up lying? And
Trevor
he was
Bauer?
Trevor Bauer.
Oh,
Trevor Bauer
yeah.
says, I will go to the Red Sox for the minimum. And someone else, I think it was Keith or somebody else posted it out there, or Chris or someone posted it out there, one of our friends. And I said, yeah, but it's the Red Sox. They probably offered him like an internship. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way. Like, they've become such a cheap, disingenuous, fucking awful shitbag organization.
They won their World Series. Now they're just looking to cash in like all the other ones.
I refuse
Like all
to
the other
support them.
cheapskate fucking owners in sports.
When Comcast said in our direct area, hey, we're gonna change Nesson to a higher tier, I was like, don't give a shit for me. I never watched Nesson, and I don't watch the Red Sox.
Never watched Nesson. I
Goodbye.
will never watch the Red Sox again.
Adios.
I will wish nothing but all the bad things to happen to the Red Sox. Like, I hope all the injuries in all of MLB just focus on that one team.
Yeah.
Not because I dislike the players, but because I just want their team to go to shit. I want them to have to go to come to New Bedford High and be like, "Are you 18? Can you play baseball? We need somebody." Like,
No.
want to play at Fenway tonight? Like,
You got maybe the first half of that right. You say, are you 18? Because then they'll ask you to start OnlyFans to make content for them.
Scare the shit out of the kids. They're real aggressive.
Yeah.
You see the product
I'm
of
not really asking. I'm kind of
But-
telling you.
back to Vrabel and the Patriots.
Sorry, we squirreled right there. But Vrabel is the best hire. I want a Patriots fan that disagrees with the hire to call up. I want to hear your point of view. I want to hear your side.
I think I was getting to the point like where there was some of the contrarians or some of the people that don't believe in Vrabel. They look at his tenure in Tennessee, right? And here's the thing, right? And last week's show, the theme was accountability. And don't worry, we're going to get to my Broncos and my Bills. We'll get to the, we'll get to the picks for the week. Don't worry, we're going to get to that. We'll tell you where we were wrong. And I mean, we weren't really wrong. We were just rooting with our hearts, but you knew that. But nonetheless, we'll get to all that. So stay tuned. But when I talk to some of these people, right, and they're the contrarians of the whole thing. And I get kind of where they're coming from because when you look at what Vrabel did in Tennessee, okay, they got to the AFC Championship in 2019 and kind of fell off from there.
Sure.
And I know that was with Ryan Tannehill, but that was with my chocolate stud pony at the peak of his peak.
Yep.
Okay, A.J. Brown. They had a phenomenal defense. They were a great team that year, a really great team. They get to the AFC Championship. They lose to what ultimately becomes the birth of the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty. All right, fair enough. That was the Marcus Mariota. I'm sorry, no, that was 2018. The tip pass to himself. But that was the beginning of the Chiefs dynasty. So, all right, we're not holding that against them. They fall off after that. What was the problem that Mike Vrabel encountered in Tennessee? Poor ownership, poor GM, led to his record as a head coach slipping.
He actually improved the next 2 years after
that
loss.
Right, but we know, like watching it and looking and judging by the eye test, Mike Vrabel was not the problem in Tennessee.
No.
They were jettisoning talent left and right.
Yeah.
They had a mediocre journeyman quarterback, who on his best day was, I don't know what, a stronger arm Chad Pennington.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Shit drafts and
they didn't do much with it. So Vrabel leaves Tennessee. He comes to New England. Now, 10 years ago, if Belichick had retired, let's say Belichick retires right after the Falcons Super Bowl. He says, that's it. I'm good. What was that? 16? Yeah, it was 16.
Which one?
The Falcons.
Okay. Yeah,
let's say
16.
he retires after the Falcons. 28-3. Brady gets his 5th. I'm out.
Yep.
Belichick says I'm good.
Yep.
2016, right? If Vrabel steps in at that point, all right, let's say hypothetically they go 2 years, whatever. Now they don't get the next Super Bowl against the Rams. They don't go back against Philly and get one against the Rams, right? They're done. They don't win another Super Bowl. Now they're a little bit starved, right? 2018 comes up. Vrabel's eligible for a head coaching gig. He gets the job with the Patriots. Is Robert Kraft still all in on winning Super Bowls because he doesn't have that 6th one, or is he cool at 5? Because I feel like, and I'm giving credit to the contrarians here because I am pro Mike Vrabel. Mm-hmm. For the record,
yeah, I think you guys are much better with Mike Vrabel.
I want it on record saying that I think Mike Vrabel is an excellent hire.
Second that.
For the New England Patriots as head coach. I said this last year at this time. Mm-hmm. I still stand by it this year. My problem now is that, Sean, all of our fears about the Patriots' ownership have come to light. Bill Belichick is even throwing shade at the Crafts, saying they handcuffed me basically for the last 4 years I was there.
And then you hear the contrarian about that, too. Oh, that's because you stunk.
No,
like,
no. Bill Belichick did not stink.
Oh, I agree.
Bill Belichick did not stink.
I agree.
That defense was a top 5 unit 2 years ago.
Yes.
What the fuck happened?
It was number 3.
Oh, right. Bill Belichick's gone. That's what happened.
And
that's what happened. Bill Belichick left. So,
do you believe the Baker Mayfield rumor?
I 100% believe it.
That would have been, to me, I would have been shocked with that. But at the same time, look how well Baker's doing now. I would have been wrong, but it would have been
Baker, the touchdown maker, was
ahead of the game
when he went from Carolina to L.A.
And L.A. revived his whole career
in 2 days.
Yep.
Remember, we were in Barbados.
Yup. And
watching the Rams and the Raiders.
Set him
And
down.
Baker Mayfield came out and he was like, "What's up, Oakland? Set him down."
Yep.
He was like, "Nope, fuck you." And he sat the Raiders down on Thursday Night Football, got off the plane Wednesday morning, played a game Thursday night, beat the Raiders.
Yep.
We were like, oh, shit. Then he
Didn't even know the fucking playbook.
And then he learned for the rest of the year under Sean McVay.
Sean McVay loved him.
And then he went to Tampa.
Sean McVay wanted to keep him as the successor to Matt Stafford.
But Stafford wasn't ready.
But he knew, Stafford wanted to play at least 3-4 more years, and he didn't have enough payroll to pay him to be a
yeah,
rich
and I don't
backup.
think at that point Baker's not sitting on
And
the bench.
no, if I'm Baker, I'm not taking a backup role either.
No, he was best benched like multiple times.
But here's my issue, right? And again, I'm giving credit to the contrarians on this one because again, I'm a pro Vrabel guy. I think this is a great signing. I think it's the only signing. I think it's the only move. They should have done this last year. Why they funny fucked around and wasted the year? Just a virtue signal to all their friends. Be like, oh, we hired a black coach and then fired him after 1 year. Like you realize, like that's way worse for your image.
Yes.
Like you're better off interviewing the fake, like like they did. Who they interviewed? The two black guys they interviewed.
Byron Leftwich.
And
then Pep Hamilton.
Pep Hamilton.
Let me tell you, can I just jump in really quickly and say,
which by the way,
no chance.
Neither one of them has popped up in any conversation I've had about potential future head coaches.
Ever.
Huh, yeah, facts. Yep.
Not even close.
But
not even close.
I haven't really heard any of the names popped around.
But here's the problem with that is
and
that
both great coaches
Byron's a
and
good OC.
players in their own right. Like Byron's a great OC. Honestly, he really is. I mean, I think Brady
Brady liked him.
loved him as an OC in Tampa.
Oh yeah.
Because he was a quarterback and saw
Because
the game.
they were quarterbacks. So they were cool. They were in cahoots. But if Brady likes you, listen, that's a great and fucking endorsement.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're head coaching material. Pep Hamilton, great linebacker, great defensive guy, great linebackers coach. He's been doing it. He did it under Belichick and I believe Parcells too. He was a Parcells draft pick, right?
He was a Parcells guy.
He was a Parcells guy, and then came and ended up on Bill's coaching staff. Dude, it doesn't mean you're a fucking head coaching. Just because you're a successful assistant coach in this league doesn't automatically mean you're the next great fucking head coach.
I know.
We saw it with Matt Eberflus. We saw it with what's his name that just got fucking fired out in Chicago. That was Matt
Eberflus.
What was
Staley?
Joe Staley, the kid in fucking the Colts fired.
So they kept him.
No, they did, but before this,
Steichen?
Shane. Steichen's still there.
Coach. Who? Gus? Bradley?
Gus Bradley been around.
No,
Shane
offensive
Steichen. Shane Steichen. Just because he was a great fucking offensive coordinator, he's not. He's proving not to be.
I thought you were going to say Pat. I thought you were about Pep
No,
too.
no.
We had Pep too for a while.
Steichen's proving to not be a great fucking head coach right now.
I'm not really so. You know who I think? I don't even want to get into that. But the head has to kind of roll at least Chris Ballard.
But here's my thing, right? The Patriots did more damage in this with especially with the ESPN with the the Ryan Clarks, the Emmanuel Achos, the fucking Stephen A. Smiths, the fucking basically the biggest fucking losers in all of mainstream media.
Joy Taylor.
Nate Burleson.
I can't stand Nate Burleson.
Basically you got Joy Taylor who fucked her way to where she is.
Yep.
I mean, hey, great.
Literally.
I mean, she must suck I bet she sucks a mean dick, dude. I mean, seriously.
That whole thing was crazy.
Like you just I when we watch basketball and it's Jason Taylor's sister.
I know.
She looks like every other light-skinned black chick you've ever seen on Instagram.
Dude, what?
Like, would you kick her out of bed? No. But could she suck the chrome off a trailer hitch? Apparently, because she's not talented.
Wasn't that Jenna Jameson in basketball?
No, it was fucking Jim Carrey's wife.
Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy, thank you.
I thought it was Jenna Jameson.
I was like, not Carmen Electra, the other one. But no,
Whose sister?
Huh?
Jason Taylor, defensive end.
Jason Taylor. 2006 Defensive Player of the Year, undeservingly. Should have been Champ Bailey's award. Still can't fucking fathom how that didn't happen.
That's come up a lot lately.
Because it still pisses me off. It's been almost fucking 20 years. It still pisses me off. I mean, hopefully PS2 wins it this year. I think he's.
Hey, that would be nice.
I think he's gonna win it, but
He gained a Buffalo fan in the stands before the game. If you saw that,
I didn't.
He's kind of built like him too.
he like
All right, man. Listen, Joe. She's a stallion. Like I said, I'm not kicking her out of bed. You could definitely you could definitely sit your mug up, saddle up, and ride. You know what I'm saying, bro?
There's a term that we used one time, or a phrase that we use. I don't know as so much as with him as he had or she had her with. You know what I'm saying? That's what she reminds me of.
Yeah.
No, there was a Denver fan that paid for like front row end zone tickets in the end zone, and like as the warm-ups are ending, Patrick Surtain saw the kid wearing a Patrick Surtain jersey, ran up to him, gave him the ball he was practicing with, and the Buffalo fan that was like drunk, huge gut, looked like he was like resting the beer on top of his gut, booing Surtain the whole time he's coming over. Surtain ignores him, gives the kid the ball, and goes back. And the Buffalo fan goes, "Man, that was pretty fucking cool." But like it made me laugh because the Buffalo. I was like, "Wow, he gained a Buffalo fan quick."
Yeah, that's. Hey, you're a scumbag piece of shit. Yo, you see, just gave that ball. That was sick.
That was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I recognize he's giving credit
Yeah,
where credit's
that was plumb wild, wasn't it?
True fan through and through.
But-
Just talking shit to the end, but giving credit where credit's due.
So my point here is to the contrarian's point, right? Mike Vrabel, I think, is walking into a very similar situation, which we wouldn't have expected 5 or 6 years ago.
This team was better than 4 wins. I'm sorry. They underperformed.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
100%. 100% they underperformed. We had them at, I think, 5 or 6?
I said 6 wins, maybe 7 with a bounce of the ball.
Yes.
And they should have won at least two more games.
Right. There was
And they literally just shit
Seattle
on their pants.
and
Miami. Seattle and Miami. Those were early in the season.
Yeah.
As the season came on, the team completely gave up.
And they just gave up because they had no coach. They had no rudder.
Dude.
They were a rudderless ship.
I've never seen so many players not care that Mayo was fired.
But does it matter, right? As good of a coach as we think Mike Vrabel can be, to the contrarian's point, will it matter if the Crafts are not 100% behind him? Because if they're going to undermine him behind the scenes like they did Belichick the last 4 years, and if you can undermine Bill Belichick,
yeah, then who the hell?
Who are you really like taking seriously at this point?
yeah, who do you want
So
to coach?
is Mike Vrabel walking? And my question is to you: is Mike Vrabel walking in to an unwinnable situation where, divisional round AFC Championship is going to be the high water mark for his tenure in New England?
I think he's in a
Because I think they could. Again, I think they got the quarterback, and I think they got the horses on defense, at least to start,
yes.
where they could make something happen real early, real
Maybe
quick.
now some picks.
All you need sometimes
But-
in the NFL, if you have the head coach and the quarterback advantage, you win a lot of those games.
Yeah, I mean,
So I think the Patriots already are a step ahead.
Look at Denver.
Yes. I said Sean Payton for Denver for years, and I was like, I think it makes all the sense in the world, and it looks great now. The other thing I want to say about the Vrabel situation is I think you're right. He's in a bad situation right now, but I think he's in a situation.
But is he, though?
Yeah, because I think he's in a situation where he knows, or I think the fans know that the fans are blaming the Crafts for a lot of this shit now. The tide's starting to turn. The fans are like, the Crafts are starting to get pretty mouthy and pretty scummy with not paying some of these players. If Vrabel comes in and he works wonders year one with this roster, they're gonna look at the Crafts and be like, "You fucked this up tremendously." Yeah. Like, I know they have all this money to spend it, but if Vrabel turns it around in 1 year, if they go from 4 wins and they are a wild card team next year, and that's big dreaming, obviously.
It's kind of crazy to think that the ownership that just led literally a 20-year run.
They didn't lead it, though. They stood the fuck out of it. Because the only thing Belichick asked is just, leave me alone.
But they
let me do
could
the
have
job.
interjected it any. You know what I'm saying?
They did until the end.
Right, and they did until the end, and now they're fucking with it again. And it's like, well, what did you do last time?
But that was
You know what
Kraft's
I mean?
MO. Kraft with Parcells, if you remember. Kraft told Parcells, well, if you want the whole famous, if you want me to cook the dinners, let me shop for some of the groceries.
They are teetering on shitty office, shitty ownership.
So they got out.
What are we doing?
That's what I'm saying, and this is
what are we doing here?
this is the downfall of a great franchise.
And we're talking
And
not
it
just
starts
any
at the top.
franchise. This is a 20-year fucking
Dude,
run.
look at the Denver Broncos, right? Perfect example. Pat Bowlen buys the team in, 83. They draft John Elway. Okay? They go on. The Denver Broncos had more. I think they had more Super Bowls than they did losing seasons at one point. So they were a really good team. Like, they weren't great all those years, but they were really good under Pat Bowlen. They didn't lose. They didn't have many losing seasons. Like, you go back to, like, 94, the Wade Phillips year, which was a total disaster. You know what I mean? But, like, 92, 91, whatever, they're in the AFC Championship against the Buffalo Bills. They lose 7-6 in Buffalo. You know what I mean? Like, they, you know, like, shit like that. The Broncos were a really good team under Pat Bowlen. Pat Bowlen gets Alzheimer's, dies, and Joe Ellis takes over, and it's been 9 years since we've been in the fucking playoffs.
And watching a playoff game with you the other day with the Broncos was like, whoa, it's been a while.
We watched the Broncos playoff game on Sunday for the first time since I lived in Fairhaven.
That's wow.
Yeah.
That's
a
how
long time.
we won the Super Bowl. The last time we watched the fucking Broncos playoff game was Super Bowl 50.
It took when he said that. It took me a second to think about it. Then I was like, Fairhaven. I was like, what? I'm like, oh my god.
We've been shit ever since because Joe Ellis was running the team.
Yep.
John Elway wanted to hire Kyle Shanahan and draft Josh Allen. He wanted to draft Christian McCaffrey, and Joe Ellis was like, no, like just no, fuck you.
Yep.
He just wanted to keep status quo, make money, and position the team to be sold. Because I don't know who he was working for, but Joe Ellis fucked us for a decade. So Joe Ellis is public enemy number one in Denver. That's not the point here.
Yes.
The Patriots, what we're seeing is that same similar kind of downfall. In how many times, and we preach this on this show religiously, there are three things you need to be successful in the NFL: a good owner, a good GM, a good head coach, and four things: a good quarterback. Okay, in that order. In that order: ownership, GM, coach, quarterback.
Well, yeah, because it trickles down.
In that order, you need those things to be solid.
Downhill.
There's a reason why shit teams stay shitty, because they're shitty fucking owners. Cleveland, Jacksonville, Carolina, Arizona, San Diego.
Arizona sitting there last night acting all big, like, yeah, you're welcome. You can use our stadium. Yucking up with Goodell. I'm like, you're a shit owner, dude.
It's the only revenue.
Well,
they
no,
have.
I mean, actually, I think the owner was it Boswell.
Yeah, he was like forced
Bidwell.
to. Bidwell, yeah, he was forced to.
He's probably the only thing worth his weight in salt in that fucking organization. Jeff Bidwell, because he actually wants to win. He's just not competent. He's like,
he wants to win, but he kept Kyle
What happened
Murray.
in Vegas?
Yeah.
Was there something going on in Vegas? I
For-
wonder why they couldn't use their
Too far.
It's 4 hours.
Arizona's closer, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, by a good amount.
Where is it? Phoenix?
Yeah.
No, Tucson, isn't it?
Tucson. Yeah. No. Yeah. Tucson.
Is it really closer? Yeah.
There's a C in there.
I'm pretty
Tucson.
sure Arizona's logistically closer than Vegas to LA.
No, because Phoenix is only the Suns. I thought Tucson.
Until to Vegas. Yeah, Vegas and LA is Vegas LA is further than Vegas Phoenix.
I think it's even longer. I think it's like 6-7 hours in a flight. No, not 6-7 hours.
No, it's like a 3-hour drive from LA to Vegas. Paul, you've made the drive from LA to
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours from LA to Vegas.
Too much.
What's the drive from LA to Phoenix?
Oh, I'm gonna have. Let's see. LA to Phoenix.
Put Tucson, wherever the fucking. Just put in. Stadium to stadium. SoFi Stadium. To.
Yep. That is 6 hours and 23 minutes.
Really interesting.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I thought.
Maybe you know what could have been. Vegas might have already had something going on. Concert.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, did they have something?
Oh well, no, because Vegas has what they get the Golden Knights.
Knights don't play at the stadium.
They don't play. Oh yeah, you're right.
No.
They don't. They have their own arena.
No, Vegas is standalone. They have nothing else going on there.
No shit. They must have had a concert or something that night.
No, because everything goes to the Sphere.
No. There's stadium tours.
They're trying to push that Sphere bad.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty dope. I listen. If Metallica plays the Sphere, I might have to pony up and go.
What's Vegas Stadium called?
Allegiant.
Allegiant.
I almost said allergy. Allergy Stadium.
Yeah, Al Davis Way, Las Vegas.
Al Davis.
Al Davis Way. Yeah.
You mean Mark Davis?
No. We don't. No, SoFi. No, it's not 14 hours.
14 hours. It took you in a big circle.
Right.
Yeah.
It's giving you an Uber drive.
Because I can't go through Los Angeles. Like what?
Oh, that's
no.
why.
This route has tolls. This route has crime.
That's
What?
fucked.
No, that's not what I'm trying
Well,
to do. All right, we're
So
Speaking of topics,
anyway, so to wrap this Patriots thing up, right?
great hire. Fuck people that say no.
I think it's an A+ hire.
100%.
I just don't know that it's going to work out because I don't know that the Patriots ownership is on board. I think the Patriots ownership right now, the Krafts are trying to save face. They realize they fucked up massively.
5 hours.
So 6-1.
Yeah.
6-1. I mean,
There was something going on probably. So either way, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
and not for nothing, but like it's probably cheaper for the fans to go to Phoenix than it is to go to to Vegas. That was probably a fan move.
Yeah.
But I don't trust the Krafts. I listen. I think Vrabel is the ultimate perfect hire for the Patriots because now Vrabel's not the guy replacing the guy in Belichick.
exactly.
You know, you got that 1 year buffer of like,
We
oh
fucked up,
shit,
yeah.
look how bad it really could be.
Right.
And then so no matter what, Vrabel's going to look better. Vrabel gets this team 8 wins, 9 wins next year.
Yeah, and he is probably.
I don't see how they don't, dude. Like,
Dude, we had like one of the
They might have
easiest schedules.
they might have fucked up the first
well,
round.
we
pick,
say
but
it's an easy schedule now, but we all know how that works out.
Check out the schedule.
Is it crazy? Yeah.
But
It's
we know,
bad.
but we know how that works out.
I
Bad
know.
teams get good in a hurry in this league now.
But it's gonna be dependent on a lot of
Who
rookie
do,
quarterbacks
who do you
doing
guys?
well.
Who do you guys have?
Dude, it's like Jaguars, Atlanta, Raiders, Carolina Panthers. It's all like bottom tier teams because we're a bottom tier team.
You don't have the AFC West next year, though.
Hold on. Our home schedule is cupcake.
You definitely don't have us because I already looked.
So
No, we don't.
home games.
You got it?
25. You got Bills, Browns.
No, don't count the Bills.
Okay.
Bills, Jets, and
Bills,
Giants.
Jets- Bills, Jets, Dolphins,
You
we
got
know.
you got Browns, Dolphins, Falcons, Giants, Jets, Panthers, Steelers, Raiders.
Dude, there's like 2 good teams.
So you got the Steelers. Because if the Steelers get Aaron Rodgers, that could be a problem.
Steelers and Buffalo, okay. The
Okay.
rest of the teams,
Yeah, and then
no one knows.
Nah, I mean your away games.
The Panthers did turn it on a little bit at the end there.
Turn offensively, that's it. Defensively, they couldn't stop anybody.
But
half of your away games are playoff teams.
no, that is different.
who do they have away? Obviously,
Away for playoff teams?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm sorry. Less.
So
than
you got
half.
the NFC South. You got
Less
the
than
Saints. So you got what the Saints and the Bucks.
Bucks, Ravens, Bengals.
Yeah, I say the Bengals are a playoff team because
But they're not.
they weren't, but they probably should
No,
be.
they weren't.
But they weren't. But whatever.
No, they weren't.
They didn't
So
make it.
And
Bengals,
that's another fucking thing I want to fucking address too. Is all these fucking college football fans defending the college football playoff? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, the college playoff.
Seriously,
blows.
the college
It was
football
bad.
playoff was a fucking abject fucking disaster. You had like one compelling game again with Notre Dame and Penn State.
No, that was the only good game.
Well, you had Texas too. That
No, I'm sorry, it was Texas and the Texas game was compelling too.
No, Texas game, like Texas was all first first
Texas
half.
Ohio State was a good game.
All first half, and then the second half, Ohio State killed them.
No, but it wasn't over until Jack, what's his name, fucking picked up the
Sawyer.
wait, which one went to overtime too? Wasn't it Texas?
Penn State, and
State and Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Oh, that went to overtime.
Was it overtime? No,
No,
it was
it
it was
was
last
a
minute
field
field
goal. It was a
goals.
field goal at the last second.
No, there was no
Yeah.
overtime. Those are the only 2 good games, though.
I thought maybe
And
it
you're
was
right,
the
Texas,
Arizona
Ohio
game.
State
I think it
was-
was the Arizona game. It was the early games.
It was
Yeah,
all
but-
one, all the other.
They were fucking. The games were fucking crap. Like
Yeah.
I don't need to see Boise State and all these people sitting here being like, "Oh, well, the committee clearly got it wrong because the Bengals should have been in the playoffs given their fucking." Da-da-da-da." No. See, this is why the NFL is
What do you
superior
mean
to
the
college.
committee?
Because everybody's trying to say like the Bengals should have been in the playoffs.
There is
because-
no fucking committee.
because
Win
the-
your division,
because
dickhead.
because the Broncos got blown out by the Bills in the second half.
yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh, see, the Bengals wouldn't have done that. The
Yes, they
Bengals
would've.
wouldn't have done that." Yeah, they probably would have. They
Yeah,
probably
they
would have got
probably
throttled, actually.
Yeah.
Because they have no defense. But here's my thing: this is why the NFL is infinitely superior to college in every single level. Because there is no fucking committee deciding who gets in.
Yeah, no
the
shit.
best teams with the best records get in.
Yep. Win your division.
Win your division, you get a home game. Win 10 games or 9, whatever the cutoff
yep.
is. Listen, if the Bengals didn't fuck up and fuck around and lose to the Patriots, who are the 4th overall draft pick in
Yeah.
week 1,
Yeah.
they'd be in the playoffs right now.
Yep.
But guess what? They didn't. So fuck you. Guess you better shut the fuck up. Oh, you couldn't beat the Patriots? Guess you don't deserve to be in the fucking playoffs.
Right.
Because guess what? And that's the beauty about the NFL. Week 1 fucking matters. Apparently week 1 doesn't matter in the NCAA anymore because fucking Notre Dame lost to fucking, what was it, like Indiana State or some bullshit?
Yeah.
Week 1, and they're in the national championship. They shouldn't, in years past, that was completely disqualifying.
Yep.
You
Lose
lost
a game and you are out.
You lost
bro.
to who? Get the fuck out of here.
Oregon would lose like to like a number 1 ranked
College
Alabama,
football
and
is
they would get
such-
booted out of the top 25.
College football is such a shit tier product now.
Ohio State loses to an unranked team and they stay top 2. It's like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Because
fuck you.
Because the people making the rankings are sitting there going, oh well, I'm on the Ohio State payroll, so fuck you.
Ohio State. I hope they get. They're gonna win.
Ohio State's gonna
They're
win.
gonna win. They are gonna absolutely destroy Notre Dame. I'm sorry, but they're gonna fucking walk them.
Can I just say too though one thing? No, Notre Dame's head coach. Did you guys see him just sidestep the fucking racial bullshit they tried to bait him into the other night?
Yeah, good for him.
Oh,
Great.
is he cool? Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. He's 37. I'm like, damn, what I do with my life?
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Pull that up. Let me spruce. You want to spruce?
Yeah, I'll spruce it. Grapefruit. Yeah, grapefruit soda.
No, jelly.
What's the Notre Dame head coach's name?
I have no idea what his name is. I'm not a big college football fan.
I'm not either.
I like watching the big teams. I don't fucking watch Notre Dame.
Marcus Freeman. Goddamn, I knew that. Let me see here. Hold on, Marcus. I should have had this pulled up because this was a great fucking.
He's 39.
This was an awesome fucking sidestep, and I love the fact that, and again, and this will bleed into some other stuff too because you and I are both big Jaden Daniels fans. You and I both love Jaden Daniels coming out.
I just don't love his.
We just didn't
size.
love his physical stature, right?
I feel the same way about Travis Hunter.
Loved his talent.
Yes.
Loved his ability.
Amazing arm.
And I loved the fact that he came out. And again, and I'm not a religious man by any stretch of the imagination.
Same.
Obviously, I got my hang-ups with religion over the last 12 months, okay?
Don't you earn some T-shirts?
I mean, I got my problems with religion, but the bottom line is I loved the fact that Jaden Daniels came out in his post-game preference and was like, I just give all my grace to God, thanks God, all this stuff, not because I'm a religious guy, and I thought that was he's doing it for me, he's doing it for the religion, great, go Jesus. I just think somewhere along the lines in the last 25, 30 years, we strayed away from God. And I'm not saying in a Christian sense or a Hebrew sense or a whatever religion you are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we got away from religion.
Yeah.
And I feel like the country's gone consistently more to shit the further away from God we've strayed.
I mean, there's some truth
I'm
to
not
that.
saying you got to be a holy roller and you got to be at fucking church and doing all this shit every single week. But can we all I don't know, I just feel like shit was better when people had morals.
Okay, so to kind of piggyback off that, what was the award ceremony for actors and actresses? Not the Grammys, the Golden Globes, whatever the hell it is.
Whatever glad-handing bullshit they do for themselves.
Well, Nikki Glaser got the hosting job, and she killed it, by the way. I highly recommend
she did, actually. I watched it.
In the middle of the show, she pulled up a live tally of who thanked who on the main board, and she was number 1 was catering staff, number 2 was friends and family, number 3 was the assistant staff. It says, and coming in dead last, God with 0. Not one person thanked God tonight, which I thought was funny because usually you always hear people, I want to thank God and this and that, but yeah, none of the people that won an award, nobody thanked God, and I thought it was really funny that she brought that up.
I couldn't agree more. Honestly, it's just. Again, I'm not a religious guy. I don't really care. I don't give a shit who you worship or whatever.
I can't even tell you what I believe. I believe that there's something, but I don't believe in the way you tell me that you have to do it this way.
Listen, I'll consider that. I'll put it this way. I'm a spiritual person. Okay, I believe in that. I believe there is something beyond
yes
this. However,
it's not the way you just told me it is.
yeah, I don't believe that if I don't go and sacrifice, take sacrament on Sundays and praise Jesus,
Jesus.
no, we're talking about how it's kind of refreshing to see guys like Jaden Daniels coming in his post game post game presser on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I want to give all my grace to God and thank Jesus. C.J. Stroud, same thing.
Tebow does it, though, and he gets fucking chastised.
Well, that's the thing. But that's what I'm saying. You go back 15 years to Tim Tebow, and everybody's like, get your religion out of my face, white boy. And now it's like, all of a sudden, a couple.
We need you help out in soup kitchens and charities. Fuck you.
How dare you feed the needy, you fucking
Get
nice
off
person.
That knee.
You get off that.
Christian
You
bitch.
God-fearing Christians make me sick.
Yep.
Oh, what about when I sent you guys what was approved by Meta? Things you can say online now that won't get you banned.
Oh,
dude, that list.
Retard and faggot?
Dude, that list, I legit laughed out loud. I sent it to Kayla, and I was like, you know who I thought of? Joey. Joey's day one.
Wait. So if I type the words retard and or faggot on a Facebook post, it doesn't.
Wait a minute.
No, I don't think
No.
you say faggot. I think that one's still.
That was
flagged.
not on there.
Retard's definitely on there.
Retard is actually Deval Patrick banned that. He outlawed that on all official documents. You can't say that word anymore, at all.
Listen. The list I sent you, I put it to from Meta. I copied and pasted it, and I think I sent it to Nick Ponce too. I was like, Nick, have at it, because I wanted to see Nick just write a bunch of these things. It was like you could put you hate long-nosed Jews, and I was like, what? To me, that was always
That's pretty oddly specific.
Yes.
What do you mean you couldn't put that before?
No.
Jesus.
No, but it was
who types this?
Can Mark
that out there.
Zuckerberg and fucking Elon Musk just buy Call of Duty already so I can go back to having fun?
I know, dude. What's Elon Musk Twitter? No, I'm banned on there.
Elon Musk actually might buy TikTok.
That'd be cool.
It's him and the Mr. Beast guy looking to buy it for real.
Could you imagine? That would be the biggest purchase of Mr. Beast's
So
life.
let's listen to Marcus Freeman here sidestep this bullshit.
spent way more.
Because this is the shit that we fucking hate about the mainstream media.
Yeah.
And this is what we fucking loathe. And I love
is
the
this
way
the curve shit?
Love the way he just fucking ducks this shit. He's just like
he
just goes, he's like, miss me with that gay shit.
You, because you are the first black head coach to go to a national championship game in college football. Just hearing that response alone, how much does this mean to you?
I've said this before. I don't ever want to take attention away from the team. It is an honor, and I hope all coaches, minorities, black, Asian, white, it doesn't matter, great people continue to get opportunities to lead young men like this. But this ain't about me, this is about us. And we're going to celebrate what we've done because it's something special.
See, that's a leader of men.
That is.
He didn't say Hispanics. No, I'm kidding.
What about the Jews?
You.
No, but crazy though. I mean, he was just
know.
whites too. No, I'm kidding.
But the thing is again.
Awesome. That was good.
It's like, listen, Tony Romo said it best in his press conference when he got benched for Dak Prescott. Football is the ultimate meritocracy. It doesn't give a fuck about your skin color, where you came from, how you got there.
Right.
It matters are you the best person for the job, because we have one goal and we have a very small window to make that goal happen.
There ain't no DEI on who starts
We
with the fucking
don't
Cowboys.
give a fuck about I never once, when I was playing a sport of any kind, looked to the side of me and been like, great. We got a fucking, our two guard is a white guy. Oh yeah, fuck off. We're fucked.
I almost became a fucking Falcons fan because of Mike Vick. I was this close.
Bro, everybody loved Mike Vick. Everybody wanted to be Mike Vick. We loved Mike Vick.
You know what I mean?
I loved Randall Cunningham growing up. We had Warren Moon on this show.
Randy fucking Moss.
Randall fucking God. Warren Moon gave us a full fucking hour on this show. You can go back and look up the interview. I'll post it later tonight. Yeah. One of the nicest fucking guys. And never once, and he talked about the racism that he experienced in the U.S. versus what he didn't experience in Canada when he was winning 5 straight Grey Cups. Warren Moon had to be one of the nicest fucking guys I've ever talked to in my sports media career, if you could even call it that, right? Sean had the pleasure of being here with me and it was You, Me, and Darkness, and we got to interview one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. At no point when I was growing up did I ever look at Warren Moon and be like, ooh,
Yeah.
he's a black guy? I don't know. No, I watched him play and I was like, holy shit, this guy's fucking good.
Right,
yeah,
right.
And I watched the Oilers and Renfro and Earl Campbell and all these dudes, and I'm like, as a young kid, I mean, I'm talking like early elementary school.
Dumb young.
I had no fucking idea. I didn't even know what down and distance meant was. All I knew was that Warren Moon could throw one of the prettiest fucking deep balls or one of the prettiest balls, period, I'd ever seen. And the man had a straight up fucking hand cannon. And I was like, I like that guy. And of course, me being born in Houston, my dad pumped me up for that all my life. Yeah, you were born in Texas. You were born in Houston. You know what I mean? And like, so I always took partial credit for everything Houston did good. Like,
Yeah, of course.
I was always partial to everything Houston. That's why I'm an Astros fan. The bottom line is I never once looked at Warren Moon's skin color and was like, I don't know.
But I think that's just like
He doesn't look like John Elway or Dan Marino.
You know what? Maybe this,
All I'm seeing is that fucking ball come off his right hand and hit dudes in stride 70 yards down the field. I'm going, he's pretty good.
I'm gonna save this one for after the show.
He's pretty good.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't think, like, even when Joey was saying that, like, I never grew up, like, thinking about, like, race for players. If anything, I saw Mo Vaughn as a kid, and I was like, ooh, he's thick. Maybe I'll grow up to be a thick
I
little
told him
guy.
to get out of my way, fat ass. Remember
Yeah,
that?
Paul called him a fat ass in Freestones right in downtown New Bedford.
Hey.
Yep. I was like, hey, get out of my way, fat ass. And he gave me his autograph on a napkin, which I don't have anymore.
You wiped your mouth with it
Who
threw it
the
on the
fuck-
ground.
yeah.
I honestly think Paul actually took the napkin off the fridge because he had chocolate sauce on his face and wiped it. And put it
No.
back. Or was that the Ray Bork?
That was Ray Bork.
Yeah.
Chocolate sauce got on it because I was like doing something and I flinged it and
Paul
chocolate
was
sauce
Paul was
got
making
on
a
it.
Sundae and he was getting all real
Yeah.
creative.
I
He
had
was like,
Mo Vaughn and Ray Bork.
he was
like,
Paul
actual
was making abstract fucking ice cream sundaes.
I don't think those autographs really worth anything though. So
Nah, I mean, who cares?
No, it's
it would have been cool to have.
Ray Bork
though.
was cool.
but
Mo Vaughn was cool.
Mo
He was on
Vaughn's
the fucking
cool as
napkin,
fuck.
bro.
maybe it was my favorite
I
video
walked up
of
to
the
him at the bar. He was
I
like,
know.
yeah, kid.
maybe it was my video of the favorite of the three of you. Your brother stirring up some soup in the
Oh,
kitchen.
shit, Tia's gonna
Tia's kind of love that.
Yeah, yep.
No, but I forget where we were going with this. But right, Marcus Freeman.
yeah.
Sidestepping the fucking bullshit. I love the way he fucking sidesteps the race baiting question because I feel like the mainstream media, especially ESPN and all these shows, like we talked about earlier, the Ryan Clarks, the Stephen A's, the Emmanuel Achos, the Joy Taylors. You know what I mean? Like RG3 even is like, dude, I'm all set. Like, don't count me in with this shit.
Well, it's fucking retarded.
They're
dude.
everybody's kind of fucking sick of it. And the way Marcus Freeman, like that interview right there, like I was already rooting against Ohio State anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was like, and then Notre Dame won, and I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, wait, why do I hate Notre Dame? And I'm like,
Don't know.
I don't. Oh, because
Manti
Dad.
Te'o?
I
because-
like the white helmets.
No,
with the
because
gold.
you know why?
The white jersey.
Oh.
In my head-
The white
okay,
jerseys, gold
okay.
helmets.
In my head, I'm like, I hate Notre Dame because my dad always hated Notre Dame, and I'm like, but I don't hate Notre Dame. Dad hates Notre
I
Dame.
always like Notre Dame.
I don't gonna hate what my dad hates. I'm like, fuck it, go Notre Dame.
Rudy was always a sick movie, so
Yeah.
I always liked Notre Dame. I was like, damn, must be a really tough school to play for.
Did
Cool.
you know the real Rudy was a piece of shit?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a real Rudy.
Oh, Joe Montana has a whole bunch of stories.
Dude,
about
Joe
that.
Montana was like, dude, everybody on that team hated his guts. When we hoisted him up at the end, that was more of just like a fuck this guy thing.
Yeah.
No, no,
Wait, he was a real guy.
It is not
I
the.
did not know
They
that.
made the story great in Hollywood, but it was not that great in real
But
life.
Joe Montana played with the real
on
Rudy.
Notre Dame, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know
Dude,
that.
and hey,
77?
I did
yeah,
not.
76?
and let
Should
me-
I have known that?
No, I didn't know it.
I mean, I knew it, but
Okay. I just
also
But here's
I'm
the thing.
autistic and I
Go-
know these things.
I'll see if I can find it on TikTok, like a shortened, like 3-minute version. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
And I'm
Like
telling
the
you, like,
short or whatever.
yeah, there were so many guys that were just like, he's a piece of shit. Like they'd be going through like half-speed practices, and Rudy would be like trying to blow guys' knees out like at full speed.
Right,
And
you're
they'll-
like, yo, calm the fuck down.
and that's
bro.
why he never saw
Gotta
the
make
field
the
because
team,
they think like
dog.
he's an asshole.
So I love the way that Marcus Freeman sidestepped that question.
Beautiful.
It was great because I don't know who the woman giving the interview was.
It's embarrassing, bro.
But
Susie Colbert.
she's got the producer in her ear being like, ask him about being the first black. Like literally nobody fucking cares at this point. Like nobody did we care when Lovie Smith and Tony Dungy were the first black coaches to face off in the Super Bowl? No.
How many times are you gonna
We were
point
more
out that the guy who did this is the first black guy to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, you're the first
already.
black guy to do this. You're the first black guy. Okay, cool, dude. Like,
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
yeah, okay. Rosa Parks sat so you could run.
Yeah,
We get it.
Yeah, way to keep way to keep the maintenance up on that crutch. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey.
Fuck out of here. Like,
Bill Burr made this joke 15 years ago now. Bill Burr in 2010 did a stand-up special, and he's like, you know what I'm out of? White guilt. And he goes, they just made a movie about how a white guy refused to let these 3 black kids swim in a pool. He goes, how much more white guilt can I have? He goes, every movie's about how white people are evil for 75 years. And he goes, I get it. They're a horrible race. He goes, I'm one of them. He's like, listen, I have no more guilt to give. Like all these movies keep coming out. He's like, how much more new stuff can you keep bringing out?
I mean, listen, it's just so the browbeating has gotten so over the top that people are just tired of it, I think. And it's not even like, listen, it's not that it's not like he should be. And I don't know, maybe this is just me. And I know there's other people that agree with me, but I don't want to be I would hate to be reduced to the color of my skin, something I have no control over.
It feels like,
you know what I mean? No, prop me up for my accomplishments and what I did. Don't prop me up because I'm a black guy who did it or I'm a white guy who did it. We make jokes about Riley Moss being the only white cornerback in the NFL. And he's a solid number 2 corner.
high motor.
Yeah, high motor, high football IQ.
Yeah, freak athlete.
You know, no, he's not a freak athlete. Black guys are freak athletes.
Wait, well, how do they describe athletic white guys?
Fast and fast twitch.
no. Quick twitch.
There's
Quick
something
twitch.
else. No, there's something else.
Quick twitch, high
High
motor,
motor.
high football IQ.
Yup.
Instinctive.
Instinctive.
Oh, there's another one. You'll say it.
Google it.
I can't.
No, we make this list. This is our list.
No,
it's out there.
No,
this isn't out
I mean
there.
we just basically listen to the NFL draft and we listen to how they describe white players versus black players and we just kind of pick
Dude,
apart
a couple
the
years ago, that
differences.
was really fun when the NFL accidentally, during COVID, and they were like, what if we had an all-race team? And we would go back and forth, and I was like, we had some competitive teams out there.
Well, now that we got Riley Moss, we got a corner.
Deceptively fast.
Oh, deceptively quick.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
deceptively
yeah.
quick.
Yep, deceptively quick.
Deceptively
yeah.
quick is what you call a white guy. Like Wes Welker, deceptively quick.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
You know, but then you look at what's his name for the Percy Harvin, and it's like raw speed. You know,
Right.
It's like Wes Welker, high IQ. Percy Harvin,
Dumb.
great.
A real grit grinder with
Football-
good fundamentals.
Good football instincts. You know what I mean? One's high football IQ, one's got good instincts. You know, one's quick twitch, one's got raw speed. One's high motor, the other one's got raw athletic ability. You know, it's just, and you can always paint the picture. Based on the way Mel Kiper is describing it, you can basically figure out which color the guy's skin is.
Yes, sneaky athletic.
Oh, sneaky athletic. Yeah, those are always
That
fun.
one is good.
Because you would look at this white guy, and you'd be like, nerd, right? With comic
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, he's a gym freak. It's like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
Yep,
right.
out hustles.
Out hustles everybody. Yeah.
That's the good
But-
fundamentals.
But you're
high
right.
IQ.
It's also how that interview is portrayed, and good for him. He hit her with a In the middle of that, I heard it. He was like, and she's asking him how do you feel about that? And he's like, almost brings me back to the Chris Berman thing. Boom, boom.
No, that was Keith Jackson.
Oh, was it Keith Jackson? Yeah.
How many
Mm-hmm.
this Bo Scatabo kid, what's he gonna get for typical white boy description?
He's going to draw all the comparisons to
Smart hands.
Mike Allstott, Peyton Hillis,
Yeah.
and
You think he's gonna be good? Quick question. I'm not trying to
maybe
dump
a
down
little,
this.
maybe some
Do you
Danny,
like him?
maybe
Do you think
Danny
he's-
Woodhead.
Is he a pure fullback?
Do you think he's got longevity?
He needs to go to a power run team.
Do you think he has longevity?
No,
No.
unless he goes to a power run team.
No, the NFL doesn't have fullbacks.
But I'm saying, do you have 5 years? Does he have 5 years?
No.
Wow,
No, the average NFL player, especially running back, is less than 3.
Under
It's like
3.
3 years.
It's
yeah,
under
3
3.
years or less. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
So
he's got 5.
if he's 5, then he's great.
Yeah, that's what
But
I mean.
if he
Because he's
needs-
supposed to be
He needs to go to a power run team. He goes to a throwing team, his career's over.
Right.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe he goes to a throwing team and his career gets extended because he's not fucking. They're not asking him to do what he's been doing.
Or they using him like a Debo or
Yeah.
something like San Fran does or something like
They're not
Christ
asking.
back
They're
or
not
something.
telling him like, "Hey, we need you to get CTE 32 times a game."
He's like, well, what if I want CTE 30 times a game?
He's like, "What if I have Homer Simpsonitis?" And you know,
Dude, speaking of
oh, why me?
CTE
Not to-
32 times a game.
Dude, I gotta find both of you a college prospect that's coming out in the draft this year. He said, "I hope I die of brain damage," and I was like,
Wow.
Love
and
it.
I was like,
Love it.
I was like, NFL does not want that dude.
Like, shut the
he
fuck
might
up.
be off the draft list.
He's like Halo Cap.
So-
what do they call that shit?
There's
Fuck.
the Halo Cap.
Yeah, fuck.
How we get to Marcus Freeman from Mike Vrabel, but I think at the end of the day, the whole point of this conversation was that I think the majority of people are done with this. Oh, let's just hire him because he's black, because it's placation to the highest degree.
It's a bit racist if you think about it.
Listen, we all knew Eric Bieniemy was a fucking terrible fucking head coach. We talked about it last week. He was a terrible head coaching candidate.
Those stories about him that were
Alright.
proven to be true were gold.
Were gold.
It makes me laugh so much now.
And you notice how nobody brings him up anymore?
Ever. Not even in college. He was fired from a college defensive coordinator.
He's just gone.
So, Paul, you remember the stories, right?
You know,
For Eric Bieniemy?
what did we say last week? It's Fugazi.
Oh, Fugazi. Yeah.
He went for head coaching interviews.
Yep.
And the rumor was that the interviews were so bad that they wondered how he had any job at all.
Really? It's that bad? He Jamarcus Russell did? Straight
They,
up?
essentially, they were like, hey, we really want you to be
But
the head
isn't
coach.
he like not like a bad...
They said he.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't he like a pretty solid coach? Like,
No, they said they knew after the meeting how special Patrick Mahomes was, because they were essentially saying this. Yeah, and Andy Reid. They said despite how bad the interview went, they had more respect for Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes after
because
that.
they could get all this done without him.
Because he essentially went in the room, and he was the kid in the back of the class, was like, yo, and just like sit there for like 3 hours and say nothing.
What? Just like disrupted the class. Yeah.
So someone put out a
It's like
scenario.
the halls in high school.
Now these are all just like rumors. Someone apparently they said the rumor was is that they told him to go to the whiteboard and they said, hey, draw us up like your favorite play that you would use with our quarterback. And
hold on, somebody just call
that's
back.
probably Pat. They said draw your favorite play, and they said he drew like straight up, like both wide receivers.
It was like a Madden play. He's like
Just-
trips.
I'm gonna put out 6
I try to
receivers.
Hail Mary.
Hey, and since then he never got a job ever. He's out of all football.
Joey Fats Radio,
Wow.
row 1C1.
Yo, what up, dog? What up?
Pat, what's good, bud?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of playoff weekend, wildcard weekend?
I think it sucked.
It did kind of.
The games were ass.
The game sucked. There wasn't a single good
did.
fucking game. The Ravens Steelers game was the only one that had like a slight portion where it was intriguing, but the Ravens were already out to such a big lead it didn't really matter.
I love how in the fourth quarter the Steelers fans were ready to like stab Mike Tomlin in the face.
Fats, I texted my dad a few days before that game, and I said, "Oh, Mike Tomlin's such a great coach. Mike Tomlin's so wonderful. Want to talk about a program builder? He hasn't won a Super Bowl since 2007.
8.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Eight,
at the time of that
2008.
text message.
2008.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, but
I thought he won like recently.
No,
no.
they won in 08, they went back in 10 and lost to the Packers. They haven't, and they've got the AFC Championship, I want to say twice since.
I don't know. Do you guys think they'll move on from him?
No. Also,
yet.
no. The
Not
Steelers.
yet.
Listen, I said I had. It's funny you bring up your dad. I had this exact same conversation with my dad yesterday.
There's no way.
The Steelers have had 3 head coaches in their entire history.
God bless their souls.
Mike Tomlin is the third. They're not moving on from Mike
But-
Yeah,
Tomlin.
but
Bill
listen-
Cowher, who's before that?
Chuck Noll.
Chuck Noll,
But
yeah.
didn't Mike Tomlin
Jesus
in
Christ.
his entire time with the Pittsburgh Steelers have one losing season?
No, he's had
Yeah,
none.
he's a beast, Tom.
He's been
a great
500 or
He's
above
never
every.
had a losing
He'll never have
season.
a
He's
quarterback.
been
thought he-
500 or above every year.
I thought he went under 500 one time.
Nope.
Not that I can recall. off the
Pat,
top of
I'm
my
sorry,
head.
that's crazy impressive to do. That's almost impossible to do.
No, they're not. They're not moving on from Mike Tomlin. And I will say this to all my friends that are Steelers fans that are like mild to moderate Mike Tomlin haters.
He's a good coach.
Wow.
Dude,
Never
Mike
posted
Tomlin
a
is top 3-4 in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you've got all right. So Bill Belichick's gone. So Andy Reid automatically assumes the throne.
Right now,
Then what do you have? Sean Payton, McVay, Harbaugh.
Which one? It ain't gonna be Jim.
Shanahan.
No, it's gonna be
No,
John. He's
John.
the only one with the ring.
John has the ring too.
Yeah, Shanahan. You know what I mean? Tomlin's in there because he's got a ring. He's been to two.
No,
No.
That's
No.
like,
Definitely
that's
not.
like down the
Bills
line.
had-
No.
That's like
McDermott's
second or
Sean
third tier.
Payton, Fats Broncos would have been laughed out of there. It would have lost 50-0 if the Bills had Sean Payton.
Oh, if you
McDermott's suspect.
gave us Josh,
Dog
McDermott's
shit.
a dildo.
listen, if we had Josh Allen and Kyle Shanahan at head coach 6 years ago, or 7 years ago, like we should have, then we'd probably have 3 Super Bowls right now. But
Bills should have had Sean Payton.
Joe
I don't
Ellis
think
Joe
McDermott
Ellis
good.
wanted to fuck us.
Dude, you would have had Kyle Shanahan and Gary Kubiak kid on the same team. The throwing guy and Shanahan and the running kid in Kubiak.
No,
You guys
Shanahan's
like
running.
Sean McDermott?
Kubiak adapted it much better. Like the Kubiak kid, his whole
Clint.
offensive. Yeah, his whole offensive thing is like power running and that whole shift over.
Because
he's really adapted.
where did he learn it from?
I know, from Shanahan.
Mike
I know,
Shanahan.
but he's adapted that more, and Shanahan's adapted more to throwing.
Yeah, Kyle's gone more West Coast offense, like 94 San Fran than he has
But
98 Broncos.
You would have
but-
had best of both worlds. I know that the kid switched.
Yeah, well, let's not waste time on hypotheticals that what could have been because the Broncos should have probably like 6 Super Bowls by now, 7 Super Bowls. But Joe Ellis is a fucking dickbag, so whatever. But anyway, Pat, thank you for calling, bud. We missed you.
No.
How do you feel? I want to know. You're a Patriots fan. You love your Patriots.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Mike Vrabel signing?
I'm very excited at first. I love the fake DEI. I love the fake DEI. We're going to interview these guys, and they live locally in Dorchester.
Oh yeah.
I think it's Pep and Taekwon and Tyrone. They live at South
Oh,
Station.
careful.
They're from South Station. We'll interview them, then we'll just hire Vrabel.
And then- Yo,
Oh,
hey,
that's the black guy as his hand out at Park Street. Yeah, that black guy, perfect. Get him right in here.
Yeah, he looks like he's playing. Hey, yo, you ever play ball? Yeah, I play ball. All right, yo, come for an interview. We got
Damn.
we got some idiot quotas to fill. You want to be part of it?
Exactly.
can you
What is that?
imagine?
Is it the Rooney Rule? That's what they
Yeah.
call it?
Yeah. Can you
Oh,
imagine
my
Kraft
God.
driving around and like
Get the car.
He just
rolls the window down?
he pulls up in his Rolls Royce
Yeah.
Phantom.
You, what's your name? Get
Yo,
in.
what's your name? You ever play ball? Yeah, get in.
Get in. This ain't gonna take long. We just need you for a couple of minutes.
Oh my God.
Hey, you want a free lunch and a ride in a Rolls
Bruce
Royce?
Chris, bro, gonna be banging.
He's like, Kraft is like, we're gonna pull over into this parking lot, which happens to be a massage parlor.
He's just sitting
Yeah.
next to me. We'll put him in the back. Oh, like no, I'm happy. I'm happy about Vrabel. It depends though. It's a lot of. I want to see who the OC is.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't want
Wait,
McDaniel.
I take it back. I care if it's Josh McDaniels. I will be pissed.
If it's, I will
I
die.
don't want Josh
If,
McDaniel.
I want
I don't
Josh
want
McDaniel.
McDaniels.
No.
I don't want him.
I want him.
No.
No.
I want him in New
I'll
England.
be-
I want
I'll-
the next Ben Johnson. They lost that 32-year-old to the
I
Browns.
want Drake May to actually be good. And Josh will have no power to trade him away.
Yeah, but Josh
so,
doesn't have Papa Daddy fucking telling him what the fuck to do anymore. So
Listen,
he's just-
I'll tell you right now, Josh McDaniels is one of the best fucking offensive minds the NFL has to offer.
Yeah, when he
Why
like
doesn't he get a job, Joey?
He's not
Because
trustworthy.
because
Because he's a
Belichick ain't
fuck-
there to lock him
because-
down anymore.
because he's a fucking prick
Yeah.
who fucking leaves the Colts at the
Supervisor.
altar and then gets to a team. They give teams give him a chance, and what's the first thing he do? Yeah, oh, here's Jay Cutler and Derek Carr. What do you want to do with it? Trade them.
Damn, I wonder how that would have worked.
I
out
want
for us.
Kyle Orton
Bad.
and Tim
Why did he
Tebow
trade
and
Jay Cutler?
Gardner Minshew. Like, wait, what?
Why did he trade Jay Cutler?
Because
He didn't
Josh
like him.
McDaniels is a fucking
He
faggot.
didn't like him. That's it. Dude, Josh McDaniels would go on a tour of a new team, and they're like, and here is our expensive Lego display, and he would fucking just push it over. for no reason, just being an asshole.
Josh McDaniels I remember Mike Shanahan when he retired, when they had that like breakup press conference at the end of the 2008 season where Pat Bowlen and Mike Shanahan both looked like they were going to like a funeral.
Yeah.
And they were like, neither one of them wanted to do this, but they knew they had to do it. And Pat was like, Mike's leaving. We're letting Mike go. And he gets to the end, right? And Mike Shanahan said in that press conference, he goes, all I know is whoever takes over this team, don't touch the offense. You got Jay Cutler, Brandon Marshall, Eddie Royal, Peyton Hillis. You got Ryan Clady. You got talent all over the fucking board.
Yeah.
He goes, just fix the defense, and you'll be a 11-12 win team next year.
Josh.
And what's the first thing? And they hire Josh McDaniels, and the first thing he does is come in. He gets rid of Jay Cutler, and a year later, he gets rid of Brandon Marshall.
And Peyton Hillis.
No, we'll ultimately get rid of Peyton Hillis. Then he drafts Tim Tebow, Demaryius Thomas, which, okay, cool, 2 wins there. But
he wanted you guys to win with Jesus. He wanted Jesus on your side.
My God is an awesome guy. Just whipping it around. Dude,
I love you, Jesus. I want to feel your salvation all over my face.
By the way,
Tebow, that was hilarious.
It was the greatest. Honestly, to me, I'm not even gonna lie. That is probably my favorite all-time Broncos moment, more than any of the 3 Super Bowls.
By the way, congrats to Tim Tebow for he's going to have his first child with his wife. Also, I love his commercial that came out.
Oh, he's finally not a virgin?
He lost it? He popped it?
Was it with that chick with the huge tits in the ocean?
Nah, long gone.
No, dude, he was.
Just wondering.
Listen,
that was like 20 years ago.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. All right, my wife.
She's the whore with the other one.
I won't.
That's Colpo, right? Isn't that Colpo?
No.
Oh.
I won't say names, but my wife went to grad school with a girl who went to Florida when Tim Tebow was there.
I heard do other things to women, yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, if Tim Tebow's a virgin, so am I."
Exactly. I heard that too.
He's gonna be like, no.
She's like, I was in a sorority, and Tim Tebow was. Let's just say Tim Tebow was around a lot.
He ain't no fucking virgin,
it's a bunch of bullshit, Tim.
But no, he made a commercial, and the guy, like, he was having his car valeted, and the valet was like, "Yo, like, toss me the keys," and he throws his keys, and it goes right through the back shield of his window, and he's like, "Oh," he's like, "Well."
The backup quarterback commercials have been really funny.
He's great. I thought that was
I like the Heisman House one. That one's always good.
But the Tebow commercials, the guys that are like backups that are embracing being backups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow, fucking Brissett,
Jacoby, that's right.
Colt McCoy,
I'd have to see
I think was the other one. Where they're like, the husband's like trying to like spray the hornet's nest, and he's like, I can't do it. Like, Colt, get in there, and he gets up and like does it mad. Like, all right, being a backup isn't so bad. Like those guys are they're pretty funny. But
yeah, I do know that one. Yep.
Anyway.
Fats.
Yeah.
Fats. I can't believe I have to talk about this slithering snake, but
I'm a snake.
Who do you think Jerry Jones hires?
Oh my God! I can't believe I'm so glad you brought this up because I totally forgot about this.
He's going to Dion.
He's grabbing Dion. Belichick's girlfriend's like 16. That's right up Jerry Jones' alley.
She's 24.
Belichick. I think Belichick is
locked in.
all in at UNC because a rumor had it that Brady already floated him an offer to buy him out to go to the Raiders, and he was just like, absolutely not. Yeah. Which is great because the last thing I want is Bill Belichick coaching a team in my division. Fuck that shit. I saw how that worked out for the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Bills for 20 years. I'm fucking good with that. I know it's well past that era, but like I don't even want to fucking tempt it.
But
so
the Jerry Jones thing a reporter brought up Belichick yesterday after they shockingly fired Mike McCarthy. And but Jerry Jones' answer was pathetic.
Jerry Jones is
They're gonna suck till he dies.
Jerry Jones.
I hate to talk like that, but they're gonna suck till Jerry Jones dies.
No, you're 100% right. Until Jerry Jones relinquishes control of the team or dies.
I hate to talk like that.
The Cowboys are fucked.
Yeah.
Fucked.
They are.
They've been fucked since 1995. What are we talking about?
Pat.
Dude, the Patriots, the Cowboys haven't been good since I was in fucking 5th grade. Like, this is insane. Yeah. It's every year America's team. Oh, they got Bill Parcells. They got Drew Bledsoe. They got Dak Prescott. They got Tony Romo. They get all this talent. They still fucking suck.
wish
Des
they could
caught
blow
it. Des
ass.
didn't caught it. They suck. It doesn't
Belichick
fucking
could go
matter.
solid floor with them.
Bill Belichick, you could put together, like,
Oh.
you could put Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, and I don't know, fucking Buddy Ryan.
Wow.
He's dead.
You could put those three together on that coaching staff and give them, I don't know, give them whoever you want for a GM. They're not saving the Cowboys from Jerry Jones.
Right.
Holographic Buddy Ryan.
Yeah.
That still won't win.
Holographic.
Like Buddy Ryan over there, like punching fucking what's his name in the face on the sidelines.
Can't remember.
Offensive coordinator McBride. No.
I thought Danny McBride, the actor.
No. What was the offensive coordinator?
So fast, motherfucker, still up.
I can't think of his name.
Oh my God!
He ended up becoming a coach. I can't think of his name.
It's.
We won a Super Bowl.
Who did Buddy Ryan punch in the face?
But Pat, really quickly.
I think it was Kevin McBride or Kevin Gilbride.
Kevin Gilbride. It was Kevin Gilbride. Pat, yesterday a reporter asked, "Are you going to reach out to Bill Belichick?" And what do you think he would have interest?
They're in the playoff game.
And Jerry Jones, without hesitation, said, in his Jerry Jones voice, "Well, I didn't know Mike McCarthy wouldn't be available next season." It's like, what do you mean? You're the guy that's deciding it.
Yeah. Like,
my horse.
you guys know I always defend the Cowboys in the sense.
I was a Cowboys fan.
I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I always defend them in the sense of because like I got some friends that are Cowboys fans and they are long suffering, right? They are long suffering Cowboys fans, and I'm like, listen, man, y'all Patriots fans think that like y'all they hate us because they ain't us, like no. You don't know hate until you're a Cowboys fan. You really don't.
Yeah.
Like when you're a fucking 2-12 team in week 15 and you lose a game at like on a Sunday night or whatever like that, and the whole world is like cheering because you lost at the gun on a field goal. That's true hatred. It's like y'all haven't won shit in 30 years, and everybody's still rooting against you like you just won the last 10 straight. Like, that is true hatred. Cowboys fans know the meaning of being truly hated. And I don't want to give Cowboys fans credit because they're also a bunch of fucking dipshit douchebags for the most part. But the ones that aren't, the ones that aren't know what the suffering is like. I feel bad for them. Other than that, I don't feel bad because this owner is just, dude, he's right up there with the fucking Henrys. He's right up there with Joe Ellis. He's right up there with fucking Shad Khan and the Maras. Like,
he's like number 30, number 31 or 32 in spending the last 10 years right there with Kraft. I think he's Jerry Jones.
Absolute fucking clowns.
I think he's so cool. He spends no money.
They're clowns. They're clowns. Jerry Jones, and I've defended Jerry a long time. I can't do it anymore. He's a clown of an owner. Him, Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
Like your time.
You can't hide behind that fucking star anymore, bro.
Your time has come, bro. Get out of the way.
Yep.
Get out of the way. I'm not saying Jonathan or, what's Jerry's? Is Jonathan too?
No.
Jerry's kid. Or son-in-law?
Hold on. His son-in-law is not named John. Jerry Jones.
Probably, I can believe that. Billionaire. Yeah, I can believe that.
Shy Anderson.
Like $15 in that family.
Yeah, Shy Anderson is the son-in-law of Jerry Jones.
No, who's Jerry Jones' son?
Stephen, Charlotte, and Jerry Jones Jr.
Stephen Jones.
Yeah. Stephen, Charlotte, and Jerry.
Steve, the one that was polishing Daddy's glasses in the booth.
Jerry Jones Jr.
Yeah. Like,
the
okay,
Jones family.
Stephen and Jonathan can't save these franchises from what their dads have already done because their dads have overstayed their welcome.
That's the problem with the NFL. It's just your sperm, your lucky sperm that takes over.
Yeah, it says Stephen, who has been somewhat of an assistant GM to Jerry Walsh.
Yeah, somewhat of an assistant GM.
Yeah, bullshit.
But this is the problem that you have in the NFL. Like, these owners they just don't fucking get it, dude. Like, they don't understand that they let their own egos come into play, and then
oh god, Kraft is the worst.
Now you got Kraft. He's more worried about hiring Gerard Mayo and calling timeout on hate. That ended fast. That ended up that went.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard shit about that.
Say not as I do.
Yeah, they were like, all of a sudden.
Remember they tried to get fat kids off the couch with Play 60, and that worked for like a whole year.
I'm just loosening up my arm.
Wait.
A nice young black man who was smoking crack outside the South Station for a head
Pat?
coaching position.
Okay, all right.
It was a great job for him and his family if he hired Mr. Pep.
Pat, we came in at the last second with that. And we heard black crackhead at a train station. I'm like, where's Pat going with this?
Pat, but he's right though, Pat. You're right, and like this is what fucking kills me about these owners, is they go from the focus shifts from winning football games.
It's all a joke. It's all a sham.
When the focus goes from winning football games to outside endeavors and the philanthropy, and all these boondoggles. Then this is what you end up with, and that's why I'm afraid for Mike Vrabel.
Jesus Christ!
I'm afraid for Mike Vrabel because I don't know that Mike Vrabel is going to actually have a successful career in New England because I don't know that the Crafts. If I knew the Crafts were going to have his back the way they had Belichick's back the first 15 years,
right?
I'd be
I
like,
think they will, Joey. I think they're embarrassed. I think they're finally ashamed and embarrassed.
you better hope so.
They
As a
might
Patriots
fall.
fan, you better hope so.
They might fall through to
You're
that.
right. You're right.
Shit
You better
ownership
hope so.
tier.
I wish I could bet on how many wins the Patriots are going to have next season right now. I would feel like
I'm sure somebody's
you
got
can't.
that bet.
Nobody has
Joey,
it.
No, you can't do it yet.
Joey,
Yeah.
what the hell happened? I thought, not just because it cost me money, but what the hell happened with Jim Harbaugh?
He's ass.
What do you mean? Jim Harbaugh sucks. I told you guys last year.
Like 3 of those picks
when they hired
fucking
him
off their hands of the receivers.
Yeah, but I
bro.
told you guys last year when the Chargers hired Jim Harbaugh. Cool, you're getting a slight upgrade over Joe Staley. You're still gonna you might get a little deeper in the playoffs, but you're still gonna get fucked. Jim Harbaugh is a fucking ass of a head coach.
I'm not really a fan of
I'm
Harbaugh.
so fucking sick and tired of the hero worship for Jim fucking Harbaugh because he took the fucking roster that what's his name built in fucking San Francisco. No, in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Paul, help me out. Fucking linebacker from the Bears.
Wait.
Urlacher.
No, the head coach of the fucking 49ers.
Singletary.
Mike Singletary, thank you.
Can't coach him, can't do it.
Can't coach him, can't do
Yeah,
it. When he took Patrick Willis and Vernon Davis
Vernon
and
Davis, yeah.
fucking what's his name? The defensive end that got arrested for all the gun charges. Came up with like a half sack short.
Greg Hardy?
Hardy was Cowboys.
No, Hardy was Cowboys.
Oh
My God, dude.
Dominic Willis?
Nope.
In Carolina.
The pass rusher for the fucking Alshon Alton. Oh my God, dude!
Black Colin Kaepernick?
No, wasn't he the Rams? No.
Alden Smith.
Alden Smith, yes.
Alden Smith. Remember the pass rusher?
Yes.
Remember
but I wouldn't have gotten
he got
that,
busted with like guns at an airport.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, anyway, he came up like a half a sack short of Javon Curse's rookie record. He beat out Von Miller that year, whatever. Alden Smith.
Serious.
He took that fucking roster that Mike Singletary built and then just slowly ground it into a depreciating asset. Because that's what Jim Harbaugh does. Jim Harbaugh is a fucking mediocre at best head coach.
And he left there with fucking Colin Kaepernick and a bunch of shit bombs.
Colin Kaepernick's last good year was 2013. 2014 he fucking sucked. And that's when Jim Harbaugh was like, ooh, writing's on the wall. I'm fucking out of here.
Yep.
Went to Michigan the next year or 2 years later.
Rode that plane
Yep.
into the ground
And right as the plane was about to crash, he bailed out and hit the parachute. D.D. Cooper, that shit.
Yep, hopped on another plane.
Yep. Went to Michigan.
Yep.
And then as soon as Michigan was like, oh, NCAA's investigating you for a bunch of sanctions, he's like, I'm back to the NFL, baby. He is a fucking con man. He's a fucking clown. Fuck him. Fuck the Chargers. I'm so fucking glad they lost to the Texans. I picked the Chargers to win even because they were the better team. But you just can't underestimate how much a Harbaugh team is going to Harbaugh in the playoffs.
Good for C.J. Stroud. It sucks, but good for C.J. Stroud and the Texans.
Great for C.J. Stroud.
Yeah,
Great for the Texans. They deserve that.
He had a bad sophomore season.
Are they probably going to get curb stomped by the fucking Chiefs on Sunday? Yes.
Probably.
Do I Am I going to pick the Texans? No. Does that suck for me? Yes. But also, fuck the Chargers. Like, whatever. Like, the Chargers, because everybody's like, oh, the Chargers is so much better than the Broncos. They're just so much more seasoned and experienced and better coaching and better players and blah, 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 blah. And then they go and they get their fucking Houston just drops their dick on their shoulder.
Yeah, it wasn't even like
and it was a blowout, dude. I loved it. Because if there's one team I fucking like don't hate, but I love to hate, it's the Chargers.
I like Justin Herbert. I'm a Ducks fan.
Yeah, you're a Duck guy.
So I like Justin Herbert. So it sucks to watch him throw 3 picks, and I'm like, fuck, bro.
I love me some Lad McConkey.
Yeah, McConkey's good. I don't like the Chargers really at all. I just like Herbert.
By the way, didn't I say on this show Lad McConkey would be the best wide receiver in this draft?
You did. 100%.
And
I don't even have to go back and check the tape. I will.
And
I've been waiting for you to bring that up for a while. Actually,
I was devastated.
Elliot Wilson, jerk off.
What?
Who?
Elliot Wolf and Patriots GM that could have got McConkey. That's a Polk.
Oh yeah.
I thought you said Ariel.
Oh yeah, you guys fucked up on draft. Polk and what's that other guy?
Polk and Javon
Sean
Baker.
sat here.
Baker.
Sean sat here. I think it was like probably this time last year, and he's like, "If we don't draft Lad fucking Conkey, I am gonna lose my shit." And I'm like, "All right." I mean,
dude, imagine Drake May with Lad McConkey.
But then they fired Bill Belichick, and I was like, "Ooh, all bets are off."
Yeah, that's true. No, we still got Drake though, which I was very surprised with. I thought we were gonna just trade out of the position.
Love
again.
me some Lad McConkey.
But man, he has torn it up, and I mean, he's just
Kid's a killer.
next level great.
Absolute fucking killer. He's gonna win so many Super Bowls.
He reminds me
the
of
day he leaves the Chargers.
He reminds me of Ed McCaffrey. Just catches everything, goes over the middle, gets killed, gets up, next play.
Yep.
Never bothers me.
God, don't you miss those days when a wide receiver could get absolutely murdered over the
Or
fucking
Edelman.
middle?
If he was on the Patriots, I would have been like, he's our new Edelman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yep, no, nothing.
Joey, I don't know if you covered this, but we put you on the spot. I don't even know how to answer this. Ravens or Bills? Not for gambling purposes, just as if this was winning. What do you think? What do you think happens?
Was this Chat
listen-
GPT? Not for gambling purposes.
No, sorry. Do you guys think the Bills can beat the Ravens? I just don't
No.
see the Ravens.
Do I think the Bills can beat the Ravens? Yes. But what that will entail is the Ravens beating themselves, because I think the Ravens are the most complete team in the AFC. I think the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. That Lamar is playing out of his tits. They're gonna get. I think they're gonna get Zay Flowers back this week, which is gonna be huge.
Wow.
Oh,
And
yeah.
not for nothing, bro. But if you get Lamar Jackson, handing it off to my chocolate stud pony, there ain't going to be no AFC championship where they hand the ball off 8 times and throw it 52 like they did last year.
You're not going to see Lamar Jackson holding the ball for 6 to 8 seconds when it comes down to fucking crunch time.
Okay.
That ball's going to be gone to Henry,
And-
stud pony up the field, gone. It's
And,
going to
not,
be different, bro.
and also on the flip side of that coin too, you can see there has been since last year's AFC championship. If you've watched Lamar Jackson this year,
He's different.
He's different.
He's different.
He's not.
He's seasoned.
Yeah,
He's broken in.
I think last year, and I don't know if Baltimore is going to win the Super Bowl, because I think they're going to ultimately lose to Philly.
He's a fine piece of canned
But
leather.
It's a good week.
Lamar Jackson has taken a step as a quarterback this year that he didn't have last year.
He's not afraid.
I didn't know that.
He's not. It's not even that he's
No,
afraid.
he's playing with that gusto,
he's
bro.
better.
Yeah.
He learned last year. That AFC Championship game, I think, broke him to a point where he had to reevaluate his own
playing
game.
smarter. Sliding, coming down.
It made him a better quarterback.
Yeah, facts.
Sometimes, the Detroit Pistons. The Chicago Bulls had to lose to the Detroit Pistons a couple times, right?
Every now and
Before
then.
Michael Jordan became Michael Jordan.
Every now and then.
Well, I think Lamar Jackson had to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs before Lamar Jackson becomes Michael Jordan.
You got to hammer the nails before you become Jesus.
I think, Pat, if you went back and listened to our show last week,
I don't even know what the fuck that means, but I love it.
I didn't even hear what he said.
I said you got to hammer the nails before you become Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus, my God.
That shit is that's fucking Shakespearean right there.
Right? That was tight. That was off top, too. That was tight.
I don't know how Jesus would feel about that.
You got to grind before you become great.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Sometimes you got to put some holes in your palms.
Pat,
You know,
hammer the nails before you become
Pat
Jesus.
and the
I don't
listeners,
know.
if you listen to last week's show, I think the majority of us, besides Paul, had the Ravens in the Super Bowl. No offense, Paul.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
But
I didn't.
I said, and I think Joey said this, Joey backed me up too. I said, I don't see how any team for the rest of the way in the AFC is stopping the run game of the Ravens. The Ravens this past week rushed for 299 yards in the playoff game, 187 yards for Derrick Henry, 91 yards for Lamar Jackson, and 12 yards for Justice
you
Hill.
can't stop my chocolate
You
stunt
can't-
pony,
You can't
bro.
stop.
Chocolate
You can't
stuff,
stop
Tony.
either of them.
That's DN, bro.
Either of them.
Oh.
Derrick Henry averaged 8 yards a carry.
Wow.
8
That
yards.
is insanity.
That's like more than Barry. Well, no.
And that was against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I don't know if everybody fucking remembers,
Good run
had a
defense.
pretty fucking good defense all year.
8 yards a carry.
And he had 2 touchdowns, 2 running touchdowns. I'm telling you, if they just say, we're going to run the ball down your throat to Buffalo, which does not have a great defense. I know you struggled on against Buffalo yourself, but they don't have a historically great defense.
Yeah.
We didn't struggle defensively. We beat ourselves offensively.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
But
That game was so close for so long.
I know,
bro.
I know.
It was not how I expected it
But
to go at
if,
all.
if
it just
you're
got away from us at the end.
Yeah,
best
you,
player-
yeah.
Pat, best player in the Bills, Josh Allen.
Hands down.
You run the game.
After him, bro,
you-
it's pretty broken down.
You run
Yes.
you run the ball all game. You keep the ball out of his hand. You control the clock, and you wear down that Buffalo defense, which already isn't good. The Ravens, I think, cakewalk the Buffalo Bills. You're gonna need a miracle. You're gonna need Derrick Henry to have a bad game.
What's Ravens' run defense like?
It doesn't matter.
James Cook's not that bad though. It's like what I'm saying.
No,
Well,
James
that-
Cook's a big touchdown scorer.
Yeah, but
Nah,
he's not,
but the-
well,
the-
that's
but
what
the
you
Ra-
need to
but
win
the
games,
Buffalo
so-
Bills-
I'll tell you right now.
When they bring in that 5th offensive lineman or that 6th offensive lineman and they do their thing with what was it, McGovern?
Yeah.
Who they kept bringing in against the Broncos.
Yeah.
So the Bills did
They
just
ranked 10th this year.
to get ahead of myself a little bit.
10th running backs all together.
I
10th
wouldn't
is the
even
defense.
bother.
No, please.
No. It's a moot point. The bottom line is, I don't see. Listen, I had the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl before the playoffs started
Didn't. I mean, did,
Jesus.
but not making it far.
because
I think they're getting fat and lazy fast. I don't mean that as but I think the Chiefs can be beat. I think the Chiefs are getting lazy.
Oh,
They
the
get all
Chiefs are
serious,
fucking
they're-
beatable.
They're getting. I'm not calling Joey fat and lazy, but they're getting a little fat radio. I think I think the Chiefs are getting lazy.
I don't know if they're
I think
getting
they can be
lazy.
beat. They can be
I don't know.
had.
I don't know if I would call it lazy. I'd call it fatigued.
Yeah, it's a lot of football.
Yeah, they
That's
get.
why no one repeats in basketball, Fats. That's why no one ever repeats in basketball. That's a lot of football. Like the 49ers, Fats. The 49ers.
It's tough to do. It's so we haven't had a back-to-back.
49ers.
We haven't had a back before the Chiefs. We hadn't had a back-to-back Super Bowl in 20 years.
Wow.
Number one
seriously?
rushing
Know that.
defense.
Yeah, the last team to go
didn't know
back-to-back before the Chiefs was the Patriots in 03 and 04.
I didn't know that.
So that's how long it'd been. Listen, the longer you go to these playoffs, like you keep hitting these games, you're playing extra games, you're playing well into January and February. This shit fucking takes a toll, man.
Yeah.
Like physically, that shit takes a toll. I know Travis Kelce came out, yesterday or whatever, the day before, and he's like, "Feel like I'm fucking 23 again."
Okay.
Sure. Like I'm sure Taylor Swift injected you with whatever fucking little potion she has, and whatever you elites get now, and Pfizer was like, "Oh, we're gonna make you young again, son." And I'm sure Travis Kelce come out and have himself a fucking game against the Houston Texans, somehow, some way. But I don't think that the Chiefs are a very beatable team. They're the only team ever to win as many games as they did without scoring 31 or more,
Which
or
is
30 or more,
crazy.
which is insane to me. So that means they're doing it all on defense, and I don't think their defense is that fucking good.
We
Their
need to root
opportun-
for the Rams. We all collectively got to root for the Rams.
Can-
I think the Rams
can
are
I
the
just-
day
can-
are
can-
the one team that can beat the Chiefs.
Can I catch my bouquets here?
Yeah.
Because I've been saying for the last 10 weeks,
I'll say 2 months at least.
no one wants to see the Rams.
Yes.
Yeah, no
yes,
shit.
Yes.
Quiet.
The Rams are a fucking
No one wants to see
problem.
The Rams.
The Rams are
Hell
a
yeah.
fucking problem. I've
They
been
are gonna
saying
be a
that
fucking problem, Fats.
when the Rams beat, if you remember, when the Rams played the Vikings on Thursday Night Football, and what was it, week 8 or 9, 10, somewhere in there. And I said, if the Rams win tonight, it's on. Like, it is fucking on. If the Rams lose, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, fire sale. This team's off. It's blown up. They're done. They win, they're right back in the NFC West title game. Like, they're right back in it for the NFC West. They beat the Vikings on that Monday night game, and I was like, this team's going to be a fucking problem. They're going to be a fucking problem. And I'm telling you right now, they're going on the road and they're playing what, Philly?
Go shit on Philly.
I'm not saying they're going to shit on Philly, but this is going to be
Who are you talking about? Who's playing what?
The Rams.
Yeah, Rams Philly. Yep.
This is going to be this game right here is going to test Philly big time. Big time. This is Philly's biggest test. Because I don't care who comes out of Detroit, Washington, Philly's going to mop the floor with them. So right here, this is Philly's NFC Championship. You win this game, you go to the Super Bowl.
You do realize that like the Rams like right now are like one of the most complete teams. I mean, not complete, but
do I realize that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I've been saying that for the last 2 months.
I know. No, that's
they came on late, big time.
No, not late. No, not late.
The second half of the season, yes.
Well, all right, whatever. Week 8, 9, 10, whatever. Okay, sure. Second half.
Yeah, that's second half of the season.
If you showed me this Final Four in the NFC in the beginning of the season on who was going to win it outright, I would definitely take Rams.
The Rams are the most talented. To me, they're the second most talented team. Philly's still the most talented. Philly, I think, is the most between. It's a tight race between Philly and the Rams, who are the most complete team in the NFC.
So sad. If we were,
and quite frankly, I think whoever wins this game between Philly and Philly and the Rams, there's your Super Bowl champion.
There's your Super Bowl champ. That's what you think, yeah?
I'm going out on a limb. I'm saying that right now.
What, the Ravens?
I'm not picking
Chiefs, Bills, Ravens. Fuck them.
No, Bills. Listen, Bills and Ravens are going to have a chance. Obviously, the Ravens are going to have a great chance. The Bills, they got Josh Allen. He's, to quote my guy Adam Shine, he's Paul Bunyan meets John Elway. They're going to have a fucking chance.
Yeah, of course.
That being said, I don't think the Chiefs are going to. If the Chiefs get there, I mean, Mahomes has become somewhat inevitable at this point. So you know what I mean.
Ridiculous,
I hate it, but it's true. You gotta question that. But no, I think whoever wins this, Rams Philly, is winning the Super Bowl.
Detroit, just those injuries. I just think there's a view that
but they don't slow
Bills and
down.
Lions will never win a Super Bowl.
But the Detroit Lions, the thing is those injuries are going to catch up to them at some point.
No team has ever won a Super Bowl with that many guys on IR.
I don't think it'll be against the Commanders, though. I think the Lions will take care of business.
Lions are going to take care of the Commanders.
The Lions are going to take care of business.
It's a cute story.
Oh, that's on my birthday. Yay.
It's a cute story. But
thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
For a Lions victory.
So, I don't know. I think it's going to be Lions.
And a Chiefs loss.
I don't know. I don't think the Lions aren't getting to the Super Bowl. It's going to be between whoever wins against Philly and the Rams.
Yeah, it's going to be Bills Rams, bro.
I'm so torn on this game.
It's going to be Baltimore Rams.
I think it's going to be Baltimore Philly. I really do.
Baltimore. Oh my God! Could you imagine that?
I think it's going to be Baltimore Philly, dude. And it's not, and no disrespect to the Rams. Like, if the Rams win Sunday, cool. Like, they're going to it because I think the Rams and the Eagles are basically, like, at this point, they're equals. Jared Verse is playing out of his fucking tits. That defense is, Sean, I think you picked him to be Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Verse, absolutely.
You like, that kid is playing out of his fucking mind.
Well, he was a sneaky great pick.
Yeah.
Because when he drafted, and I was like, Jared Verse under Sean McVay on that defense,
and if
taking over for Arnold Darwin position, and I was like, Verse might be one of the best players in this draft.
And if you look at what the Rams have done on in their draft picks, I mean, just listen to these draft picks starting in 2022, working back. Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, Steve Avila, Bo Lemer, Jared Verse, Brandon Fisk, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, Kobe Durant, Quentin Lake.
He laughed at Bill Belichick for drafting
Cameron Kitchens and Jalen McLaughlin, who's an undrafted free agent. These are all significant contributions to that current Rams roster right now.
Is that great talent or is that great coaching?
It's both. It's both. It's Les Snead is a great GM. McVay is a great head coach. And when we said, remember a couple of years ago, we were like, team, fuck those picks.
Yep.
And they went and they got Matt Stafford and Von Miller.
Yep.
And they were like, fuck it, we're all in. And they won the Super Bowl. And everybody's like, they're going to have to blow it up. That's never going to last. Shit sucks. Yeah, whatever, cool. Those picks are going to mean something. And then they hit on Puka Nacua in the fourth fucking round or whatever it was, third round.
Yeah.
43rd.
He's like a baby Gronk.
Dude.
No, not the same size at all.
But he's got that attitude.
He's a beast.
It's an attitude thing. And I watched a video of Sean McVay and Les Snead today talking about drafting Puka Nacua. And McVay saying, I could use this guy, and I like him. He's aggressive. He gets the ball. He stays on the ground. He runs through tackles. He's a problem in the run game. He's willing to get out there and block. We need a guy like this. And Les Snead was like, okay, I like it too. And they drafted him, and he goes, I think we're going to nail this fucking pick. And they did. And that was from the draft room when they drafted him in 2023, 2 years ago. So like, this is a great run for it. The Rams are no fucking joke. Like, we thought the Rams were like, they were mortgaging their future for that one Super Bowl to get Matt Stafford a Super Bowl. Wrong.
Yep. No, they're in it.
They're in it again this year.
Oh, fucking Aaron Donald retired. See you later.
Oh, yeah,
no,
Aaron Donald retired. They're going to suck. Wrong.
Yep.
Hell no.
Yeah.
This is a good fucking team, dude.
Sean McVay and fucking Stafford, bro.
And
it's
What did we
better
say?
league than
Two out of the three pieces of the puzzle that you need to fucking be a good franchise.
and Les Snead's a great GM.
Yep. And there you
And
go.
Stan Kroenke's a great owner.
Right.
So there's four.
Here we are, back in it again, boys. You know.
Like, and I'm telling you, like, listen, sucks they're gonna go on the road to Philly because
think so.
because Philly's
They
a
can take care of that
Philly's a
business.
buzzsaw. But I think the Rams are one of the only teams in the NFC that can go into Philly and beat them next week.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wow.
I firmly
Because I'll tell you right
believe-
now, Detroit and Washington ain't going into Philly and beating them next week.
No.
No,
Not a
I
chance.
firmly believe the Rams are the only that they can go into Philly
Only
and
team
beat them.
capable.
Yes, absolutely. I do believe that. I second that notion.
And I've been saying that shit for 10, 12 weeks now, that the Rams are going to be a fucking problem.
God, oh my God, the Vikings would have gotten fucking steamrolled even harder.
No, the Vikings are a
Oh
joke.
my God, bro, Sam
I've-
Bradford.
I
Sam
like- and
Darnold
I listen-
is just.
I
sent
love-
the
I
two
love the
most
Vikes.
offensive texts. Fats, I almost screenshot. I sent it to you. I sent it to my best friend. I said the two most offensive texts. I'll probably get canceled. I said Baker Mayfield's a dildo, and Todd Boyle sounds like the shrimp guy from Forrest Gump, the blubber shrimp guy.
How come
He
you
said,
don't like
"Left
bacon?
is my
You don't like
right,
shake
right
and
is
bake,
my
bro?
left, and
But
we're
I'm
gonna get the left and then get the right. We're gonna come back with the game.
Man, that was
God,
too
dude.
good.
Yeah, it was pretty damn
It
good.
was good.
Wait, you don't like shake and bake? You don't like Baker Mayfield? No.
What? What happened to Tampa?
What do you mean? They're fucking awesome. They made the playoffs this year.
They listen. You know what happened to Tampa?
They're watered down a little bit.
Bucky Irving torpedoed that fucking game.
How do you think? Well,
I'd have to go back and look exactly what situation
Baker's
it
got
was.
filthy stats
But
too.
If you go
yeah,
back
Bucky
and
Irvin's
look,
a good running back.
I posted it on Facebook. There was a play. I think it was it was mid fourth quarter or late fourth quarter, and Bucky Irving catches a pass out of the backfield. If he lowers his fucking head and goes straight up field like you're supposed to,
Yeah.
he gets the first down. Instead, he tries to tiptoe, dance, juke a guy, get out, whatever, gets tackled, comes up like it's 3rd and inches. The next play, incomplete, 4th down. Then they got to punt it. Or the next play goes like a negative yard or negative 2.
yeah.
They got to punt it. That play right there, I'll go back and find it. That cost Tampa Bay that fucking game.
Yeah.
And that's why I made the post that I did. And I said, if Bucky Irving had done that, if I was the head coach and Bucky Irving did that shit, his ass would be fucking cut.
Yeah.
Because because not getting that first down cost us at least 3 points. And I don't know if you know what the margin of victory in that game was, but it was about 3 points.
Yep.
So you fucked us because you want to fucking tippy-toe.
Damn, Bucky Irvin was nice for Oregon, too. He's
You know what I mean? Like, no, you put your fucking head down, get upfield, get the first down. Have situational fucking awareness.
I feel like a lot of these young guys lack that shit.
No shit, because when they come out of college, they don't have to care because it's like, fucking Genty at Boise State, where he's playing against basically fucking D2 teams all year.
Oh, we're up 52 to 4.
I could dance around and do whatever the fuck I wanted in college. Then they get to the pros and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That dude over there, he was also the best guy on his team.
Situational awareness football, I feel like, died with like Belichick and like Coughlin and like those guys who
it's
fucking that shit. Like,
it is fucking infuriating.
Like
Bucky
Sean Payton.
Irvin. I'm not saying Bucky Irvin cost the Bucks that game, but Bucky Irvin not getting upfield and getting that third down and coming up a couple inches short was 100%.
I want to see that too because I think I know what he talks about.
That was the difference in that game.
Yeah, I watched that whole game.
It was infuriating for me to watch because Bucky Irving's not a little bitch. He can blow through 2 defenders and get 6 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches.
One of Oregon's best running backs ever, bro. I'm pretty sure he might be one.
That pissed me off to fucking no end to watch that because I hate the Washington. I hate whatever the Redskins are now.
You Redskins is what they are.
Yeah, I hate the I've always hated the Redskins.
Almost back.
Well, I hated the Redskins when they were the Redskins, except when they had, I love Sean Taylor and Clinton Portis because,
Damn, you had 1,100 yards.
But other than that, I could take or leave the Redskins. I fucking can't stand them. That being said, Bucky Irving fucked me on Saturday by not getting that first fucking down. He fucked the Bucks.
Even just a 1 minute answer because it's a curveball question, but do you really like the 2024 quarterback class? Do you think it's one of the best for a long time?
The quarterback class?
I think
as
Drake.
Far as, like,
I think Bo Nix
to Penix to everyone.
Oh, I think you meant there's one coming up.
No, I think. I think Nix May. Daniels got bright futures ahead of him. Penix remains to be seen. Caleb Williams is fucked.
I know he's okay.
So I mean, yeah, I think you got 3 pretty good shots to have like good 10+ year careers that are going to be pretty successful. One in Penix that could be pretty successful if things pan out. But again, Atlanta's one of those franchises that we don't know if they're going to be good or not.
If you watched Kevin O'Connell during that Vikings game when Sam Darnold threw that third pick and the camera panned to Kevin O'Connell, who looked like he was ready to fucking murder Sam Darnold, you could tell he was so ready for J.J. McCarthy to be back. He's like, God, I wish this rookie was ready.
Listen, I feel bad for Sam Darnold.
He turned back into a pumpkin. It's like before the game.
I don't think he did. I think it's just the Rams front seven. Listen, the Vikings offensive line had been good, had outplayed their capacity all year.
Sure.
They'd overachieved all year. They'd done really well, and they had a couple of guys, Dalton Reisner on that team, former Bronco, that I really advocated for and loved, and they played good and they did their thing, but yeah, they were kind of smoke and mirrors at times.
Big time.
And Sam Darnold played out of his tits, and I'm not saying Sam Darnold's a bad quarterback. I think Sam Darnold, in a decent system, is an everyday starter in this league.
Yeah.
I think he's an every week starter. I don't think he's a backup or anything like that. I think Sam Darnold's got. I mean, there's a reason why he was a number 1 overall pick. Mm-hmm. That being said, the Vikings were, they were a little light in the loafers.
Yeah.
When it got down to it, and yeah, they got outplayed. The Rams were a better team, but I've been saying that for fucking months. That if you underestimated the Rams, you were going to get fucked.
Yeah. All right, boys, you guys are the best. I'm gonna work tomorrow. I'm gonna listen to the first half of the part of the show I missed. You boys have a good night, and I'll catch you next Tuesday. Enjoy the football.
Pat, you
Later,
too,
bro.
dude.
Pat, thanks for the call, buddy.
Later, boys. Have a good night.
You too, bud. Thank you. Joey Fast Radio. Row 1, seat 1. 508 or no 774. 774-992-8702
Shit, you gave us away.
is the phone number if you want to give us a call. Get your thoughts in. Pat gave us a good fucking call there. A lot of shit to talk about. Obviously, we covered a bunch there. Boys, your thoughts?
On which part? I mean, there was a lot to go over right there.
Yeah. That was a bit of a call.
So he covered a lot of the stuff that we were talking about. Obviously, we've gone over Vrabel. We've gone over the head coach of Notre Dame, Friedman. We've gone
how
over
much the Vikings
Dallas
suck.
Cowboys
Yeah.
firing Mike McCarthy after seemingly telling Mike McCarthy he was safe on Black Monday.
Yeah, but they also fucking dicked over Cooper Rush too. So I'm not surprised that anybody is surprised by that.
But Jared Jones
move.
didn't know about that deal. He didn't know that was
he
coming.
didn't know.
No, he had no idea.
What? I would have get. Oh, did you cut him a check? No. Oh, what do you mean?
It
I
was-
gotta go finance some.
It was based on
and
them their incentives. Oh, I didn't know about that.
Oh man, well, hey, guess what? Those are over.
But I mean, the biggest thing we're gonna have to address the elephant in the room is the Broncos Bills game. I mean, Joey
might as well.
hearing about that is gonna be the next big thing we talk about here.
Spruce.
But
I'll just take grapefruit juice, dog.
Overall, it was a very disappointing first round of playoff games.
Yeah, I feel like it was looking like the fucking college game should have been. You know
College
what I'm
games
saying?
suck too.
Yeah, but there was a couple decent ones. I think all around this whole it's like Thursday night game after Thursday night game. Basically, it seems none of these teams are fucking matched up. Nobody comes to play. We all knew the frauds when they came into the fucking postseason. I didn't really think that Washington was going to pull it out against Tampa. I really thought Tampa kind of had that in a lock. Not going to lie, that was one of my biggest surprises, I guess, upsets. But as far as most of the games went, I mean, is anybody really fucking surprised at who's left? I mean, the Chargers getting their ass beat by 20-something points, didn't think that was going to happen.
I didn't see the one-sided ass whooping.
Not that one. Not that one for sure. I mean, Steelers-Ravens, I absolutely fucking saw that. Once I saw the statistic that T.J. Watt hasn't registered a single statistic in 193 snaps, I was like, haha, that's a real funny little graphic. That's cute, whatever, a meme. But then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, wait, is this serious? Is that a real thing?
193 snaps isn't that much for a defensive line guy.
That's when I started looking at it. I was like, that's 2.5 games.
Yeah, no, they tried making it seem like, yeah.
Wait, that's when I started
in 193 games straight.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, I'd be cut. No. So I'm thinking about it in snaps, and I'm like, all right, that's not as bad as you make it seem, but I don't know, dude. I just think, with the way the Steelers played, I think maybe Justin Fields should have got some more playing time.
Why?
Why not?
You already why?
Because you weren't gonna make it.
Because if Mike Tomlin already knows that Justin Fields is shit.
He's better. I think he would have been better than Russell Wilson this year.
I think Mike Tomlin knows that Justin Fields is shit. And he's like, why am I going to start that for myself for the whole offseason and throw this midget in there
and throw my perfect record of never having a losing season?
Yeah,
at least Russell Wilson gives him the best chance. of having a losing
Mike Tomlin is 5 steps ahead of when it comes to that.
Ha Steelers fans. You've been cocked by your great fucking head coach where all he wanted to do was just make sure that he didn't lose his little cute statistic there in throwing you back into fucking draft peril and another bullshit season next year where you're going to go mediocre, not do shit, and not go anywhere and end up drafting some mediocre people that you're probably going to end up cutting midway through next season anyway.
Did you I'm going to throw a curveball going back to the first topic of the Vrabel conversation.
Do it.
Did you see Barstool re-released an interview they had Mike Vrabel come in and do with PFT and Big Cat? And those two guys would just throw shit off the wall to Vrabel.
No.
And so
I did see an interview with Vrabel though.
And
didn't I?
So PFT point blank was like, "Yo, coach, if given the opportunity, and this would depend on you winning the Super Bowl, if this is a deal you'd have to cut with the devil, would you cut your dick off to win the Super Bowl?" And Vrabel waited for 2 seconds, and he goes, "Well, I've been married for 20 years, so yeah." But his sincerity in his voice, he's like, "I got nothing to lose." Yeah. I've been married for 20 years.
Wow, to get us. Wow, no shit.
And who are the dudes? It's Taylor Lewan and who on the other Barstool show? They're former NFL players. It's Taylor Lewan and
this one show?
No, a different show. Taylor Lewan and a linebacker. I can't think of his name. They were teammates on the Titans, and they're both recent NFL guys. You know the linebacker I'm talking about. With Taylor Lewan and the Barstool show.
The blonde kid there.
Yeah, it's right on my fucking tongue, dude.
He's not blonde.
Yeah.
No. my God.
Not Clemens. It's Taylor Lewan and I was gonna say Collinsworth, but I know that's the announcer. He's on Barstool. Can you look it up, the Taylor Lewan and whoever podcast for me, please, Paul?
Yeah.
Because both of them said they want to join the Patriots because if they're so excited to play for Vrabel.
Will Compton? Or
Will
Chan-
Compton.
Will Compton.
It's Will Compton.
Yeah, I'm like, why do I?
Some generic white name.
Yeah, I'm like, this is way easier than it
Dude.
sounds, and for some reason I knew that.
Dude, Taylor Lewan and Will Compton said, we want to come back and play on the Patriots just for Vrabel. They said we don't have to start. Like we'll be like locker room guys. Like
just hype men.
yeah, they'll be like we'll be depth. And Taylor Lewan's like, I'm pretty sure my legs don't work anymore. But I goes, if I'm a backup, they'll work.
He's gone now. Yeah, Taylor Lewan. He was pretty.
He has
nice for a
really
while.
bad hip.
Yeah, he's
Really
been gone
bad
for a while now.
hip and knee. 2 years already. He's only 32.
So,
like-
obviously I missed what you guys were talking about.
No, we're just a recap
Bullshit.
of the show, and then just saying like the main topic we have to go into is the Broncos game, obviously because of you.
Wait, what was my main question?
But it was
I forget. The one that I just
Your
said. or
main
something.
question?
Yeah. Oh, about
Look at
if
those nips. Look at those
Mike Tomlin just went with Russell Wilson to save his 500 career instead of putting Justin Fields in all season. But whatever.
Look at these nips.
No,
beaming
I'm not
right
gonna
now.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
it's a-
You gonna cut some glass with that
Why-
shit, bro?
Beaming,
Why
bro.
are you gay?
Squeeze them till they lactate.
No, they will not do that because
Well,
I got nipples, Faulkner. Can you
clearly
can
you
you
are
can you milk
squeezing them
me?
hard
He's like,
enough.
yeah.
It must be chilly up
You
here.
ain't squeezing them hard enough.
Yeah, it's like,
I
it's
didn't
like,
stir that, by
it's
the
like
way. just so you
31.
know.
Motherfucker. Like,
Well, use your
use your
finger, you
finger.
fucking retard. You got 5 of them.
ew.
use that whole pen.
Ew, this thing that I can't use my dick beater to stir my drink.
See,
Yeah.
I just pinched my nuts with this finger and rolled.
If it makes you
your
feel any better,
pants?
I didn't stir mine
It's a
either.
pinch and roll.
Yeah, through the pan.
Well, yeah, but
So yeah, let's do the Broncos game real quick because we did all pick the Broncos to upset the Bills.
I'm picking
Even though
everything.
I think Sean and I think all three of us were just rooting with our
Whatever.
hearts.
No, I legit thought the Broncos had a legit chance.
I did too.
We
I thought
did.
it was an upset.
Listen, we did have a legit chance, and
Bo
I know
Nix-
the final score might not look like the Broncos had a chance. Bro, that was a tie. Essentially, that was a 10-7 game
Bo
at the
Nix
half.
is not only the best rookie out of this draft class for quarterbacks, he's like top 15 quarterback in the fucking league, dude. I'm telling you, like he's fucking nasty.
Bro, Bo Nix had, I think, a better rookie campaign than everybody except Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
I think he's the only one. Like Justin
facts.
Herbert's the only guy to score more touchdowns his rookie year
Yeah,
than
it
Bo
just
Nix
came
did.
out through, fucking wildfire.
Quietly.
No
Bo
pun
Nix did this
intended.
all very quietly
No pun.
because the Broncos were on the back burner for most of the year.
Yeah, everybody counted him out.
And as a Broncos fan, listen, I'm gonna just say this: like,
It hurts.
it was very no. It was. Listen, it sucks to lose. It sucks when the season comes to an end, no matter what, because the season's over. Like you wanted to keep it going, right? But listen, I cashed in my bet on $1,040,
Pretty good.
betting on the Broncos to win exactly 10 games this year.
Pretty good.
Okay,
How much did you put on that bet?
I put $100 on the Broncos over under 9.5 wins.
Yep.
That got me 810. And then I put $10 on the Broncos winning exactly 10 games, which got me like whatever the other 230.
Banging.
So
Successful season.
$1,040. So I'm playing with house money now for the rest of the year. Like my NASCAR season, which starts in like 4 weeks, is already off. Like I'm already on house
Quick.
money. So fuck yeah, bros. Like let's do this, baby. Like, and you know me, NASCAR season where I make my that's where I make my cheddar. So we're good. Like, and if I got, and God forbid I hit on one of these fucking parlays that I've been one leg off, by 6 yards for $1,700 to $3,200, whatever it is I'm betting that day. I'm gonna hit one before the season's over. I don't know which one it'll be. Maybe this weekend.
We'll figure it out.
I threw one in last night. Like I was doing the Adult Table podcast that I do with Travis on Monday nights, and it's like a story of the day kind of thing. Whatever. We talked a lot about the LA fires and all that kind of shit, which I actually do want to get into here at some point. But before we do that, like we'll do, we'll say that for the end. But we were doing that, and I threw I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot to do my parlay, and like we're getting ready for the show. And I'm just like, I think the only thing I missed was like Cooper Kupp scoring a touchdown. And I was like, God damn it. Like,
They like phased him out.
I should have picked the Rams defense, and I would have won more money. But that's parlays. Like that's what happens. But to the Broncos, if you had told me, if you had told me, well, you can't tell me because I would have been the one telling you that the Broncos were going to be a 10-win team. They were going to be in the playoffs, and they were going to be on the road at Buffalo Wildcard weekend, and the score at halftime was going to be 10-7.
Yeah.
You would have called me a fucking asshole.
I would have been like, damn, okay.
I'd be like, anybody in Broncos Nation would have been like, sounds like a pretty successful season in a first half to me. Like, I'll take that. Now, obviously, so the Bills did to us what I feared the Ravens were going to do to us in the ultimately the AFC Championship game, which was just grind us down with a run game. Bills came out and ran the ball straight down our throat. They brought in the sixth lineman. They had no qualms about it. You could tell it was the Broncos, like this group's first playoff game. Mm-hmm. They were trying to be too perfect. They were trying to play perfect. And, Bo Nix wasn't trying to play perfect because I don't think he knew better. Bo Nix was honestly the only bright spot, the real one bright spot that we had that day. Him and Patrick Surtain, because you didn't hear PS2's name once all day.
Which is usually good.
That's a good thing if you're a corner.
Yeah, they're not throwing at you.
But the problem was that the Bills just ran the ball down our throat. We couldn't tackle. They had 9-minute drives.
You just lit it, bro.
Yeah, and like
those gashes, man.
How many
death by 1,000 cuts, like I said, bro. I'm like,
how
many
times did I tell you, Paul? Like we got to get him in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6.
Yes, and it was so painful to watch.
And too many times it was 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 4th and inches. And they're just leaning forward with Josh Allen and picking up the first. And I'm like, we get to the half. The Broncos make a drive. They get down inside field goal range, and Will lets doinks one off the upright.
Right.
Instead of a 10-10 game, it's a 10-7 game, and you're like, fuck.
What was the time of possession in that first half?
I believe it was
very much
like
in Buffalo's favor.
19 minutes, Buffalo or something.
Like that.
It was like no, I think it was like 21-9 because that first
21-9,
drive,
yeah,
the Broncos had was the quick strike to Troy Franklin.
It was Troy. I thought it was Mims. Never mind. Yeah, no, it was fucking so fast, and then I'm like, damn, bro. And then we just watched fucking James Cook hit like 6 yards after 6 yards after 6, and I'm like, fuck,
and
bro.
what did I say last week on the show when we were prognosticating? Right, we were going forward. I said,
yes.
We're going to get to Baltimore, and they're going to grind us down. They're going to wear us down with the run game because what did I say? The Broncos have a good front seven, but we don't have the depth to be able to withstand a running attack like what Baltimore is going to be able to bring to the table.
Henry, right.
Now,
could you imagine Derrick Henry opposed to James Cook last week? Oh, that was rough.
It would have been 41-10. And it would have never been close.
Derrick Henry would have put.
It would have been exactly like the fucking. It would
have
been just like the regular season game.
Yep.
41-10. Game's over by the first half. You know what I mean? And Baltimore's defense better than Buffalo's. Not for nothing.
Holy shit.
They do have the.
What was the ultimate time of possession? Like 39 minutes for Buffalo.
The overall time of possession for Buffalo 41 minutes and 43 seconds.
Oh, that's cool.
What did I say? 39.
Yeah.
That's insane when you own the ball for 40 minutes out of a 60.
You're gonna win. You're gonna win that. You own the ball for 41 minutes. You're gonna win that game 10 out of 10 times. Sorry, especially in the playoffs. And it's not like and the Broncos didn't. The Broncos played relatively mistake-free football.
Unless you're the Browns.
They didn't turn the ball over. If I'm mistaken, the one which I thought was going to be a big fucking deal. And again, can we just? I'm sorry, but fuck you, DeMar Hamlin. Like, I'm so fucking sick and tired of this fucking guy milking this fucking one fucking instance.
Died. Yeah, okay.
I fucking died on the field. He picks off a ball, so he thinks, which clearly bounced off the turf and into his chest. But he gets up, takes the helmet off, pulls the fucking, he's got the little face mask thing on, pulls it off, and he's running into the end zone doing this.
Look who it is.
Look who it is. Look at me.
It's me.
Look at me. And then they're like, oh yeah, that was incomplete by like 6 feet. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Bro, fuck you. Honestly, dude, like, fuck that guy. Seriously, fuck that guy.
Couldn't you just stay dead?
Like, I'm so fucking sick of DeMar Hamlin at this point. Like, I was sick of him like the minute it happened.
Yeah, you're on the team for a fucking goodie bag, bro. Like,
Yeah, no shit. Like, they can't cut you because it would just be bad PR at this point.
You'll cry racism and win $3 million in a lawsuit or something, or $20 million or whatever the fuck.
No.
I'm so fucking sick of like, and he's getting up, beating his chest. It's like, dog, it's 31-10. It was 4th and 27.
Yeah, chill.
And you picked off a one hopper off the turf.
I'm still on the field. It's a testament. Yeah, we knew that like 2 years ago when you did that whole thing.
Hey, listen, man. Like, we're all real proud of you for not dying.
Right. Nothing you had any control.
Good
of
job
that,
at good job at like understanding rule number 1 in life, which is don't get dead.
Fight or flight.
Yep. No, just don't die. The whole thing when you are alive is to not die. You want to extend your life as long as possible, right?
As long as possible.
So good job. You did that.
Facts.
Well done. Fuck off.
I think the only reason why he hasn't is because they lost so much of their talent at defensive back.
No, they did.
They had to
play him. Because he was inactive for most of last year.
Yeah, for most of the year.
And it wasn't because of his health injuries either. He was cleared to play medically.
Right.
Yeah, I think he was actually cleared in training camp. And everybody, because remember the defensive the comeback player of the year awards, his odds went like
through the roof,
and everyone was like, "Oh, he's definitely winning." And then he started. I think he had like 30 snaps all year, and most of them were on special teams. And everybody was like,
they're like, this dude's unplayable.
They're like, yeah, nah, this guy kind of actually fucking sucks. Like, and not to say nothing like, okay, you don't suck if you're in the league. Like, you're in the league, you're good enough to be in the league.
Right.
You don't suck. But, like, dog, come on. We all know why you're here.
100%.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't almost die on a field and, like, people weren't crying over what they thought was your dead body, you'd probably been cut after that year, actually.
Nobody would have known you.
Because y'all were kind of getting fucking torn the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? So, whatever, dude. Like, hey, cool. Do you. Cool. I'm happy for you. But also, fuck you. Like, I'm just so fucking, like, where's that fucking Nicole bitch that got all fucking pissed off at me on Facebook, who was mad because she's like, why didn't the NFL cancel this game right away? I don't know. Some fucking bitch we went to high school with named Nicole. I have no idea. I have no idea who she is.
Some trash.
Paul chimes in, you shut your mouth. My fantasy depends on this.
Apparently she knew me, sent me a friend request, I accepted, and she was like, I don't understand why the NFL didn't cancel this game immediately.
Did she just verbally berate you for it? Like, okay.
And I was like, well, what did you want the NFL to do? Like, they have a football game to play.
Right.
That kind of counts for a lot. I don't know if you're familiar with the NFL, but it's kind of a big deal. They can't just cancel a game on the fly. There's a lot of logistics to this. Do they postpone it? Do they restart it?
Yeah, there's millions of dollars at stake.
Yeah, like not millions, like billions.
Billion.
Hundreds of millions.
Close to billions.
Yeah, like whatever.
Tag in the ad revenue
and
and
she's
all
like,
the other bullshit.
We had to wait 11 minutes before they found out the game was canceled. I'm like, 11 whole minutes out of your precious life that has nothing to do with the NFL. And I'm like, what did you want? Like, did you want a hotline to Roger Goodell for him to be like, hey, Nicole in Dartmouth, I just want to let you know we're canceling this game. You're the first to know.
Big red button for Nicole.
Yeah, big red button for you. Big
Nicole
red button.
called, guys.
You're so fucking important.
Yep, Nicole called. Game's done.
Yeah. This is why I fucking hate dumb cunts. You know what I mean? And I'm just so fucking over people. Like, just go fuck yourself. Like,
if you're at the
and she's like,
game.
and then she put up like a big post about like, I don't know, like Joey was an acquaintance and this and that, and I'm like, bitch, you friended me. I don't even fucking remember who you are.
Shit, I'm an acquaintance.
Like, first of all, like I have kicked way harder out of bed than you. Yeah. So like, fuck off. Like, you ain't shit to me,
cheap.
bitch.
Damn, that rent's cheap.
Yeah.
Shit.
Speaking about calling women the C word at games.
Oh.
Is that about that Philly fan?
Yeah, Philly fan.
Hold up. Let me just wrap up the Broncos thing real quick because I just want to go off on a positive note for my Broncos listeners and my boys that are Broncos fans that are out there listening.
Dogs.
Boys, y'all better get some polies. You better get some fucking. You might need those fucking sunglasses they wear to watch like the eclipses. That's how fucking bright the future is in Denver. That's how blazing that light is that is coming our way. Because Bo Nix is a rookie. We have a $90 million dead cap albatross.
There's a fucking Russ Wilson.
In the name of Russell Wilson hanging around our neck right now. We had no draft picks. We had a depleted roster.
Yeah, none, huh?
Don't forget, Pro Football Focus ranked us the 32nd out of the 32nd, or the 31st out of the 32nd roster
Who was below you?
in the league. I don't even
I think it was
fucking know.
No, I think it was the Patriots.
No, it's got to be Cleveland.
No, it wasn't
they
the
ranked-
Patriots.
You wasn't?
It's got to be Cleveland.
Oh.
No,
It's gotta be
honestly, I think it was Oakland or Vegas. Carolina, one of those two.
Yeah. Carolina.
But even all them, they rated Gardner Minshew, Bryce Young, Drake May, Jacoby Brissett better than Bo Nix this year.
Oh, no. Hell no.
So when, again, and Sean, and this is why when I get back to the eggheads and their football takes, this is why when people bring up Pro Football Focus, I'm like, go fuck yourself. Don't talk to me about Pro Football Focus and their rankings. I don't give a flying fuck. Pro Football Focus had us ranked as the second worst roster in the league, and we had 5 fucking All-Pros or second-team All-Pros.
Yeah.
All-Pros! Not Pro Bowlers,
It's opinion
All-Pros.
based. It's opinion based. I don't really go by PFF.
So nobody should, because they're fucking garbage.
I thought it was
They're a
reference.
No.
No, PFR is
Pro
good.
Football Focus.
I'm like, yeah.
Pro Football Reference is just a stats.
site.
Yeah, Pro Football Focus is a fucking
Pro
retarded-
Football
it's
Focus
the
is like a
stupidest
fantasy
shit.
prognosticating
Yeah,
site.
it's the most retarded thing. Everybody knows that shit's stupid.
They're the ones that
a lot of people love it.
well, we have our advanced DOV
Yeah.
statistics that they Vlyben,
I
that
say,
the Patriots are going to be the 29th best team, and the Broncos will be the 31st.
Right. I make it more
Even though the Broncos are going to have 10
insulting by
wins.
saying everybody knows that shit's garbage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
but-
if you think it's so legit.
Pro
you're an
Football
idiot, but
Focus
yeah.
is fucking trash. It's fucking football for bug
You
men.
are the Joy Taylor
it's
of
football. It's foot. That is the website that people follow who've never played football. They're the ones that wanted what's his name Jones thrown out of the game for the hit on the Bills player.
Yeah.
On that sit where he went literally shoulder to shoulder when he realized like, oh shit, like, and went shoulder.
Just last week.
Yeah, and dude, the amount of like Bills fans that are like he should be ejected and suspended for next year. And
shoulder
this
to
and that, and it's like, bro, does your wife's boyfriend know you're using the internet?
Right. Did you watch the game? Did you know that actually that act probably saved both their lives?
You
or whatever,
sound like a
if you-
pretty big fucking pussy right now.
He dropped his shit in order to just go shoulder to shoulder instead of helmet. Like, it's,
Listen,
you know,
I will
people
never.
are fucking stupid, dude.
People called me out when Ryan Shazier got hurt
Oh yeah,
because that was a stomach churning incident.
it was. Same with that Everett kid from Buffalo.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah,
Against
2007,
Denver. Against Denver.
opening day, 2007.
Yep.
Special teams.
Compacted his spine.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah, it was the opening kickoff, wasn't it?
Not the opening kickoff, but it was opening day. It was 07 opening day.
Oh, I thought it was pretty damn close to just like.
It was
oh,
the
maybe
opening
it was the
day.
fucking
It
season.
was opening day 07.
His name was Everett. I know that.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't Chris Everett because that's
No.
the quarterback, but it was
No, his name was Everett.
Hold on. I'll
Mike
tell you that.
Everett.
I couldn't tell you. Special teams, Everett. His
I know he was a tight end.
his spine compacted.
I remember. You know why I know it was 2007 because that was the day that the fucking Sean Merriman, Troy Polamalu, Last of the Mohicans Nike commercial debuted.
Really, that was the same day.
That was the day,
That commercial changed my life.
bro.
I spent $120 on a jersey for that.
That commercial
Actually, no. I'm sorry.
is still probably
Somebody just assumed I wanted to spend $120 on a jersey.
that commercial is probably the single most like the illest commercial ever.
Yeah, it was really good.
That Sean Merriman,
Probably one
Troy
of the-
Polamalu, Last of the Mohicans
Bus.
Nike commercial was the
Steven
sickest shit.
Jackson too.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Sean Merriman, Steven Jackson, not Troy Polamalu. Troy Polamalu was the it was him and LaDainian Tomlinson that did the
It was three on that, wasn't it?
the Metallica entrance music.
It was Kevin Everett.
Kevin Everett.
Kevin Everett. Okay, play for the Buffalo Bills.
What was
Asshole.
the Ecstasy of Gold? That's what it was.
That was real.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
I thought he was paralyzed.
That's
No?
That someone got fired for that video. I'll show you later.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like when the ESPN intern was like, "I'm getting fired," and he was just like, "Yo, the Giants are sucking mad dick," and put it on ESPN's
It
website
showed a
at
guy in
halftime.
a wheelchair in a courtroom.
So-
and he started booting.
So
people.
the local Buffalo news station. I don't know if you can see it. If I can show it to the camera.
Don't even worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Fuck,
It's
what
all.
was I just going to look up? What were we talking about?
Sorry.
No, we were talking about the Sean Merriman,
Yes.
Steven Jackson commercial, and then there was the LaDainian Tomlinson, Troy Polamalu one, which is what I'm thinking of.
But it wasn't Last of the Mohicans.
But no, it was
that
the
one.
Ecstasy of Gold.
Okay.
Yeah,
from
no, the
the
last
Metallica-
Mohicans was the Merriman.
Was Merriman Steven Jackson was
And
last
I think
Mohicans.
it was more than.
But it was opening day 07. That was the Kevin Everett thing. People get on me, right? Because I'm like, I feel for those guys when they get injured like that. I do. Because
Let's go to Leave Nothing.
listen, I want nothing more than football to be played in its purest form. I don't believe in using your helmet as a weapon. No, your helmet is a part of your body. Your helmet is a part of you. You are a weapon. Your whole body is a weapon in football. That is the absolute fucking boiled down nature of the game. That is why we fucking play it. I don't give a fuck. Oh, he used the crown of his helmet. Oh, he used it. Fuck you. Don't play then, pussy. You don't like it? Stay the fuck on the porch. Big dogs are running out here. You can't hang. Stay on the porch, bro. We don't want you. That's how football is fucking played. It is
should
the
be played
ultimate
that way.
alpha male fucking sport. My favorite part about football was physically imposing my will on another man for 60 minutes in a way that I couldn't get arrested. And I did shit that would get me arrested in pretty much every other scenario.
Unless you were Albert Hainsworth. Then they might take a look at that.
But that's what football is about. It's modern day gladiators. So all these fucking pussies on Twitter and Facebook, they come out and they're like, oh, he should be suspended, and that's launching, and that's targeting, and that's man, shut the fuck up.
That targeting shit in college.
Fucking garbage, dude. Get out of here, bro.
Now y'all making millions of dollars a year, and you want to get fucking targeting for
Yeah.
leading with the shoulder pad. Oh man,
Bullshit,
I
bro.
fucking hate all y'all. I'm with Nick Saban on that
Pussies.
shit, bro.
Pussies.
I'm with Nick Saban on that shit. Fuck you.
Beta bitches.
Yep, you ruined college football.
pussies.
Yeah, you ruined college football.
And the thing is like every single guy, like all, whatever, 106 guys on the field are like, I will literally die today if it means winning this game. It's all the other millions of people that are outside watching that are like, oh my God,
that interview by that kid.
they shouldn't be doing this. Oh my God, that was so barbaric. Major Wright.
Remember that interview by Major Wright when he was talking? He was just like
Oklahoma. Florida, Oklahoma, 09.
Oh, I thought it was Bama. I thought it was Florida, Bama.
No, it was Oklahoma.
Oh, was it?
Florida,
He was
Oklahoma.
like,
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I could have eased
You talk
up.
about the hit on the sideline in
he's
the
like-
national championship.
Yeah, he's like, I could have eased up. He's like, I wanted,
08,
to, send,
rather,
I wanted
08.
to send a message.
Yeah.
He was like,
That's the
I could have
point.
eased up. He's like, I was going to lay this motherfucker out, bro. And I'm like, and you had the opportunity and you took it. And that is what football is all about, my brother. I'm like, that it was the greatest grandstanding of fuck you I have ever seen.
And that was before targeting. That was
Yup,
before.
all that beautiful shit,
that
bro.
came before Sunday,
College
Bloody
had some
Sunday.
of the hottest hits I've ever seen, more than
Bro,
NFL.
go watch a
my
fucking
entire
hit.
life,
Go
bro.
go watch a highlight tape of the
Ooh.
fucking Miami Hurricanes in the 80s or the early 2000s,
Oh, dude,
dude.
anything like 80s, 90s, 2000s college football, bro.
Bro.
Like banging highlights of just like killing people, basically.
Even
It's-
just
you
even
can't,
even
you
just
can't.
the most recent Georgia Bulldogs teams that won a few years ago, those were violent defenses.
They were like pro teams playing in college. Like
Yeah.
90% of those teams.
And that's
were
what
drafted
that's
to the NFL.
and again, and not to bring it back to like the college football playoffs sucking dick, but like that's what I don't think people understand is like, yo, hey, it's cute you want to put Boise State in the playoff, but like
don't belong
dog, like one of these days, one of these teams is gonna win one of these like obscure conferences that has nobody in it, and it's like, oh, cute, they won. Look at them. What a Cinderella story.
Yep.
And then they're going to go up against a pro-ready team like a Bama, Georgia, Clemson, whatever, whoever it might be that
And
year.
they'll be the first team to score 100 points in a football
and
game.
they're going to get fucking murdered. Like, dude, that's when kids are actually going to get hurt.
Right.
And now you're talking about like 18, 19, 20-year-old kids actually getting hurt.
Right.
The college playoff football is way more dangerous than
Cinderella
any
story.
fucking like targeting rule they could fucking put in there.
No shit, because you think about a watered-down bullshit Cinderella story making it to 12.
Dude, come on, let's
And then
be
they
honest.
go and play.
Did TCU even belong last year? No. Did Washington belong last year? No.
Oh, I love the graphic. Oh, if it was the way it used to be, Georgia and Oregon would be playing in the championship this year, and they would got beat by a collective 33 points. And I'm like, collective 33 points? That's not a lot, A. And B, your fucking graphic is bullshit. So
Yeah,
shut the
if
fucking
Oregon
mic.
played Georgia, it actually would have been a good game.
No shit. No shit.
It would have been a good game.
None of this bull fucking shit.
I don't- listen. College football
What
sucks,
was
dude.
the championship last year? I can't remember.
It was
Georgia.
Michigan versus Washington or TCU? TCU.
No, Washington. No,
It was
Max Duggan was the year before that. It was Washington. Penix. They beat
Oh,
us,
it
remember?
was Penix. It was Penix.
Yeah, so it was Michigan,
Penix,
Michigan,
Georgia.
Washington.
Yeah, Michigan, Washington.
Yeah, and they got destroyed.
Yeah, Michigan, Washington.
Yeah, they get destroyed.
Yeah.
Michigan won it. If Ohio State wins it, you're gonna see Michigan fans crash out.
I mean, Michigan sucks. Honestly, I fucking hate
Fuck
Michigan.
Michigan.
They
man. Fuck
hate each other.
Ohio, bro. Fuck the SEC. I'm so sick
Yeah,
of
but
them.
you know what though? Honestly,
the transfer portal is only going to do one cool thing, and I guess that's bring a little
see what
bit
you're
of
saying, but, like,
bullshit schools up. But that's all they are, dude. In the end, is bullshit schools. I don't give a fuck, bro.
You're gonna
pay me $3 million to go play for fucking Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm.
A school that's gonna get fucking cred, or a school that's gonna get
They got
whatever.
cred, bitches.
But you're gonna pay me $3.5 million to go play for fucking Tulane. I'm going to fucking Bama, bro. I'm taking the less money to go play for a more publicized school.
I'll tell you
Not
what.
a lot of kids will.
You know where I'll take less money to go play right now? North Carolina.
Come on and raise up, take your shirt off, twist it around your waist,
if I have aspirations of going pro,
yeah, no shit. You want
I'm going to play for Bill Belichick, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's
Like-
what he's promising families and future teams.
bro.
and, like,
I'm telling you,
He
this
already
is.
said it.
So here's the thing.
He said this is an avenue to the pros.
I think
Yes.
I think the way the college football playoff system right now is set up is fucked because it's stupid. Because I'm sorry, but Indiana did not fucking belong. I knew that 7-8 weeks ago. Boise State has never belonged. They're never gonna belong. They're a small time D1 program. You are never going to get the talent at Boise State that a Texas can get, a Bama can get, a 3-loss Bama team, right? Why was there who's the 3-loss team that got in? Was it Clemson? Why was a 3-loss Clemson team in over a 3-loss Bama team?
I don't know.
Because the committee has ulterior motives, and goes back to what I was saying earlier about the Bengals and the Broncos and all this shit.
It's gotta be based
the
on
best
statistics.
part about the NFL is there's no fucking committee. The committee is simply your wins and your losses.
Win your division,
You
bitch.
don't. There is no one deciding who gets in, so no one gets to decide. Oh well,
Bama
this-
pulls in a little bit more money
Yeah,
than fucking
That's what it really
who
is.
the fuck ever.
which is
than
why
Penn
college
State,
football
like,
is fucking ass.
yeah, it's
dude.
all about money. It's fucking garbage.
It's fucking ass, and the quality of play sucks. I'm sorry, dude. There's like 3 fucking good college quarterbacks every year, and 2 of them are playing at small-time schools that don't even make it to the fucking playoff.
Yeah, and cool, 6 teams that played in the postseason this year shouldn't even have fucking been there in the first place. Sorry.
Listen, I was staunchly against the NFL expanding their playoff to 7 teams, which would have counted out my Broncos this year.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? That would have been fine by me.
Given how the game went,
Not even that. It would have been fine because you know what? If you're not good enough to be in the top 6, then I'm sorry, you're not good enough to be in the playoffs. You know, the Bengals caught fire at the end, and everybody was like, oh, look how good they are. We see what they've done in the past. Dude, fuck them. They sucked. Their defense was fucking terrible.
Facts, dude.
Trey Hendrickson led the league in fucking sacks for 17.5, and they were still like a 28th ranked defense.
Right.
They're fucking garbage.
Tell me how that fucking makes sense.
They're inconsistent. Joe Burrow had a fucking monster season. I don't give a fuck.
Right, because he has Jamar Chase and Higgins and all these fucking guys.
No
who fucking,
shit,
like,
dude.
No kidding, bro.
Shut
In
the
a pass
fuck
happy,
up with your fucking
Right.
bullshit, bro.
rule
Like,
fucking regulated to fucking
learn
pass
ball.
and lead, bro.
Learn ball.
They don't.
There should have been 6 teams in the playoffs,
Yep.
and that would have been fine.
Yep. 4 teams played, fucking 1 each, 2 with a bye week, and then we'll see you next week, and then the fucking Super Bowl, whatever.
Just like it always used to be.
Always.
Always used to be. But now KC gets a week off and nobody else does.
Nope.
Instead of 2 teams getting a week off, now only KC does. You know what I mean? Because usually the 1 and the 2 clinch the first round bye.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which was nice.
yeah.
But they fucked the 2 seed out of that. So, cool. Yo, you're the second best team in your conference? Go fuck yourself, play an extra
why
game.
It looked fucking weird. Wow, I'm an idiot. Okay.
It's fucking stupid, dude. I'm telling you, it's fucking retarded. But watch. Before we know it, it'll be back. It'll be 8 teams, and the top 2 will have the bye again.
Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen.
That's 100% what's going to happen because
That's how.
they're going to expand it to 18 games.
Yes.
And then they're going to expand the playoffs to 8 teams.
Yes.
It's always been the angle.
And they're gonna add-
We've known this for
They're going to add at
20
least,
years.
At least 4 more teams. 2 and 2.
It's all about revenue. They want the money. They want the money.
It's
They want the money.
it's watering down the product.
Yes, it is.
Right. And that's the one thing that they're trying to be. I think that, like, we're watching this in real time on how they're threading that needle of, like, watering down the product to revenue to what, and we are watching them float this fucking pattern until we just become some mundane bullshit where each party's happy except for the people who are fucking paying for it. I'm sorry, but, like,
And until
the
people
owners are going to be happy, Goodell's going to be happy, the players are going to be happy, but the fans are going to be like, this sucks.
Vegas is going to be happy, but guess what? Because now they're getting everybody addicted to online gambling.
Oh, that's the one thing.
It's
Yup,
not gonna
yup.
matter.
They don't care. Exactly. So
It's not gonna matter.
Plant the seed
Because
before the
all-
overhaul, so that way you
Yep.
secure your
Precisely.
secure your business before you.
They're not
switch.
stupid.
No, of course not.
They're not
this
stupid.
This has been dissected by MIT students.
We are going
for
to have a
years,
64-team international flag
okay?
football
Oxford
league
motherfuckers
before
are
our
looking at
lives
this
are
shit,
over.
Okay,
Write
people
it
who
down.
went to Oxford are looking at this. It's
I
a
mean-
statistic. It's a current. It's a business.
It's a business.
Is it
It's
It's
all
why-
a business. They're studying a business. How can we optimize business profits?
How many more teams will be added to the NFL by 2030?
2.
I'm saying
4.
I'm
No,
gonna say,
4 minimum.
Two,
I'm gonna
two,
say
two.
4.
I don't think they can go that quick.
Yes, they can.
Oh, yes, they can.
They want to
no.
do it now, much less
So
in 5
add a
years.
complete division.
I mean, think about it.
No.
They added
No.
Carolina and Jacksonville in 96.
yeah, you can't add 2 teams.
And then
you
they
would
added-
have to add 8.
And they added Houston and Tennessee.
You would have to add
It's-
2 more divisions.
It's too many.
You would have to add
8
2
is,
divisions.
8 is too many, but 4 they could just have 4 divisions, have 5 teams.
no, that's stupid.
It used to be like that
And that's why they changed it.
because they had more teams.
Yeah.
No, 'cause they
so
added more
now they're going to
teams.
add more. So, yeah. So, no. They're going to go more. They're going to go 2 more divisions. Go Gusto, bro. Why are you just going to go for the little
Yeah,
peanuts?
but don't be surprised if they say,
They might,
okay,
well, the only thing, and
they might do 3 divisions per AFC and NFC.
8
They
teams,
might,
2 more divisions.
East, Central, West,
yeah, they might do like NBA.
Germany, France, Spain.
which again would just again water down the product because
Yep.
not for nothing, but like
How many
if you're-
quarterbacks are good in the league?
But if you're the
6?
not only that, but like if you're the NFL, and this comes back to the whole like how like they should reseed because it's bullshit that a 14-win Vikings team had to go on the road to play a 10-win Rams team.
Too fucking bad.
Yeah, too fucking bad.
Win your division.
Maybe you shouldn't have stepped on your dick against Detroit 2 weeks ago.
Win your division, bro.
Win your division.
That's how
Because
it works. It is the fucking
if you start reseeding, and you're like, well, the NBA gets it right. And I'm like, yeah, but look at the NBA's ratings right now.
NFL.
They're fucking trash. Nobody wants to watch the NBA. The NBA
Would they get
sucks.
6 million views on their day on Christmas?
Doug, we get fucking we get as many views. We could do a Christmas Day show and get as many views as the fucking 5:30 fucking
NFL,
NBA game.
right? Goodell and all his boys were like, they were all that laughing meme, and they were like, ha ha ha, let's throw a game on Christmas and see how we do. And they fucking 4 times the NBA's fucking
Because the
viewership.
NBA is
Fuck
fucking
outta here.
ass, dude.
Trash, no shit. Fuck, what was I gonna say? God damn
My
it, I had
point,
a good point.
my come back to it.
I'll
my,
try.
My point is this: is You don't reseed. You win your division. That puts emphasis on the divisions. That puts emphasis on the rivalries, which is why if you expand the league and you add and you go, like a East, Central, West, you kill those rivalries.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Was my point was like the NFL is fucking paramount when it comes to how it seeds its fucking playoffs and how the postseason works.
Get rid of the 7th team.
You always have the best talent in the NFL opposed to other teams. I mean, opposed to other leagues.
Yes.
As far as like MLB,
right? Because everybody knows the
hockey or like
everybody
baseball.
knows the fucking 8 seed in the NBA ain't doing shit.
Fucking garbage. NFL is
the
paramount.
Atlanta Hawks won their playing game.
You do not
cool.
get better than the NFL as far as how it seeds and how it places its postseason talent. How the teams make it. How the teams enter in the NFL
honestly,
for the postseason is the purest form of making it to the fucking playoffs you could possibly have.
The only league that does it better playoff wise is MLB.
Because they have a best of 7 and 5 and shit, right? Is that what you mean?
Not only that, but they only have 5 teams that make it. Out of 30. Like, only 10 teams make it out of 30. A third of the league makes it. The NFL keeps expanding it, and they're going to keep expanding it.
Stupid.
And it just keeps watering down the product. I mean, the NFL...
But then you're going to get like a 16th seed fucking wins. And it's like, what?
Man, it's like, dude, fuck off with that shit. Like, listen, I get it's the NFL. Any given Sunday, shit can happen. But what did we see on Wildcard Weekend this week?
Garbage.
Fucking trash games. All the favorite teams drag their dicks across the lower seeded teams. Okay, the Ravens drag their dick across their division rival Steelers, right? The Broncos got their dicks dragged, balls dropped on their chin by the Bills. Who else am I missing?
Vikings.
The Vikings, who were relative frauds. I mean, even though they were the favorites, but they were, a little wishy-washy. But the Rams, everybody knows the Rams were better than the 10-win team. Okay, that was the one game that I had high hopes for. And the Rams still blew them out.
Yeah, the Rams.
Even though I think the Vikes got fucked on a couple of calls there. That little, flip forward by Stafford that was, picked up and run back for a touchdown by the Vikes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think this is not a forward pass. This is a forward pass. This is a fumble.
They're saying the arm was just going forward.
No. It's gonna be like.
And of course, Puka Nakua was in the area.
I'm sorry, but wrist has got to be above elbow.
Shit, yeah.
You got to be throwing the football.
He flopped that shit in the area they gave him.
So every time I'm getting fucking sacked, I'm just gonna go like this.
Yep. Oh, LA's burning, so we'll give him the game.
Yeah.
Cool. Fuck you.
I feel like the Vikes got fucked on that.
Yeah, me too.
Pretty bad.
It happens all the time.
And I didn't love that. I thought it was pretty I thought it was a pretty shit call. And I guess by the letter of the law, it was the right call.
Well, they went by. I forgot who came on. It was Mike Pereira, whatever the on-air official they had come on, and they was like, "Well, his arm was in a forward motion."
Yeah, but it's not.
But they took the literal black and white of it. They didn't say a normal throwing position. They said his arm was going in a forward motion. So, like you said, by letter of the law, if you were getting sacked and you were 20 yards back, if you just did this, it's a forward pass.
How is this going to be convenient for us?
Exactly.
And that's the way I looked at it. And that's bullshit. I feel like the Vikings got fucked last night pretty bad.
Look at the touchdown in your game. For the Patriots.
Oh, God.
Earlier in the season, the Patriots, no feet in bounds, but hip landed first, not a touchdown. The Buffalo game, no feet in bounds, hip was down, touchdown.
Hip comes down, but the feet comes down.
Out of bounds.
Comes down out of bounds at the same time. Simultaneous. And
touchdown.
Listen,
Makes
I'm not.
No sense.
It was it close? Yes. But I have the quickness with which they pulled the trigger on determining that he had possession before that foot touched on the chalk.
He did not.
I didn't think he did.
No, he did not.
And not for another, but that's a 10-7 game at that point.
You can't make that call.
And that was a 4th down.
Yes.
So
that was a horrible call.
That's a horrible call. That call completely changed the direction of that game. Because now it's 17-7 and Buffalo's got all the momentum.
Yes, exactly.
I thought that was incomplete all day.
And earlier in the year, the Patriots game, it was incomplete. That was was Hunter Henry.
Dude, I've seen more solid touchdowns get called incomplete than that.
I didn't get it.
They were very quick on calling it like, oh no, he possessed it. right away, instantaneously, once it touched his hands, even though the ball's clearly moving around in the replay. Whatever. Listen, I still don't think Denver necessarily wins that game because, again, I don't think we had the horses. You know, we had a good team. We were a cute team. You know, we had a rookie quarterback, second-year head coach. We're in a rebuilding phase. The fact that we won 10 games was, you know, to most people considered a miracle. Not me, because I bet on it. I banked on it, and I put my money where my mouth was. So you can try me all you want, but I put my money where my mouth was. What did you do? No? All right, shut the fuck up. So
Shut the fuck up.
guess I was better than you. I knew my team better than most people. That being said, I picked us to win this game because I felt like we matched up better with Buffalo than we did with Baltimore.
Defensively, sure.
And I thought we would, you know, be able to hold it. But again, first playoff game jitters for a lot of guys. Big drops by Cortland Sutton, Valet, Franklin. You know what I mean? Third down drops. I mean, just big. Bo Nix.
The running game really wasn't there.
The running game was there when they used it. They just didn't use it a lot.
They didn't use it a lot.
And because they couldn't, because they got in a hole early.
Yep.
And they
well,
got away
after
from
halftime,
it.
they got in a hole, yeah.
Well, once that touchdown was called, it was like, all right, 17-7, now we're down 10.
Yep.
Got to throw it. And there was a couple throws Bo Nix made that should have been, I mean, Cortland Sutton had a big drop. Valet had a big drop. There was some bad drops during that
Yeah.
during that game that I was like, I'm like, y'all just can't be doing this. Like, that's the kind of shit those are the mistakes you can't make when you're on the road as an 8.5 point underdog in a playoff game.
Right.
I'm not saying you got to play perfect, but you can't play tight. You know what I mean? Like, and we played tight. And the defense was missing a lot of tackles. Zach Allen said it, like, you know, we missed a lot of tackles, didn't play well. Defense didn't play well. You know, there were some things that they could have done better, should have had, you know, could have, would have, should have. But listen, Buffalo was the better team. They always were the better team. I'm not surprised we lost to Buffalo. I was hopeful we could beat them. But again, I'm not surprised. Buffalo was the better team. I've been saying it all year. Josh Allen's on a fucking mission.
I didn't think that they were going to beat you the way that they did, though. That death by 1,000 cuts, that James Cook fucking 4, 6, 8 yards. A
Well, what did I
just
tell you at
gas,
half? What did I say at
God,
halftime?
Fucking damn, stop it! Like, make some changes.
I told you at
do
halftime.
something.
Even though we missed the field goal going in the half,
I know.
I'm like, fuck it, bro. I'm like, 10-7 at half, I'll take that.
Yeah, 10-10 wouldn't have made a difference, obviously, but still, just like, I figured the changes, I don't know, I expected a little bit more on the turnaround off the half from that. Like, you know what I mean?
Couldn't get anything going offensively.
Nothing, not even offensively, just still, once again, couldn't stop that gash on the fucking run, dude.
But it was more off the offense when we had the possessions.
I mean, in
couldn't
the
score.
first half, that, like, quick strike, I was like, shit. I'm like, they're going to
Yeah,
get
we
it going,
pop up,
bro.
we pop up 7-0, and I'm like, oh,
I was
shit.
like,
all right.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, we here.
I thought it was good.
We out here.
I figured they were going to strike quick, strike off, and they might have had a chance. Everything, all of a sudden, dude, it was just.
But listen, it
Buffalo
is what it is.
held that ball so
Buffalo,
long, bro.
Buffalo was the better.
They held it so long.
They were the better team coming in.
Yep. It was crazy.
They won the game. They're the better team going forward. Like, listen, I give Buffalo a great chance against Baltimore. I gave Denver no chance against Baltimore. So there's that. Okay, just for on, you know, what did we talk about last week? Accountability, right?
Yep.
We're going to hold ourselves accountable for our takes, right? We're going to be honest and be upfront and tell you when we're wrong, when we're not. Listen, I bet with my heart last week because I want my Broncos to win, and I thought, hey, if we could pull out this upset against Buffalo,
I thought the defense would have done
where
better.
I know we were going into Kansas City and beating Kansas City. Houston, I don't have that faith in. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't have that faith.
I don't think so either.
We were beating Kansas City in Kansas City next week.
Yeah, you were.
Hands down.
Yep.
And then we were going to get beat by Baltimore in the AFC Championship, which is ultimately how I figured.
Whatever, you still
it
would have
go.
knocked out KC. That would have been fine for me.
That would've been great.
Would have been
And he
ultimately.
would have gave Bo Nix a playoff win, which
It
would
would
have been wicked, though.
ultimately been the goal. But listen, Bo Nix is going to have plenty of playoff wins.
He's gonna.
Believe me.
Yep.
Like,
as long as the Waltons stay on course with and Sean
Listen, man.
Payton wants to coach and all that, I firmly
Sean
believe.
Payton ain't going nowhere. Bo Nix ain't going nowhere. The Waltons want to win. They're first time owners, dude. They gotta piss on a fire hydrant and mark their territory right now. They want to do that. They're looking at the Cronkies right now in LA and going, fuck them. They already got a championship. We need to catch up.
Yep. Facts.
So I think Bo Nix, I'm thinking 2, 3 titles out of Bo Nix.
Division.
Being division.
No, Super Bowls. No, championships. I'm talking Super Bowls. I'm talking 2, 3 Super Bowls out of Bo Nix.
I would fucking hope so, dude. I hope.
Because
right under the bus, division.
Yeah, but everybody hopes that shit, man. Look at Lamar Jackson. Look at all these like fucking high hopes.
Bo Nix ain't Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, but is
Bo Nix better than Lamar
is
Jackson?
Bo Nix gonna fall into the same exact kind of shit that like fucking Mahomes fell into?
I mean, he's on pace.
That's what I mean. I'm like, they might be close, but that's what you're gonna need. That's what you're gonna need.
Sure. I mean, think about it, dude. Go out, we got $90 million in dead cap, no draft picks, in a depleted roster. Like we talked about a couple minutes ago.
I know.
The 31st or 32nd ranked roster in the NFL, according to Pro Football Focus, if you actually believe them. And we had 5 fucking All-Pros on the roster already.
Yeah.
Including Quinn Miners, like our one of our offensive guards, like who's a fucking monster.
I like
dude.
that kid Barton on your defense.
Cody Barton's great, but we need
that dude Zach
Allen. Zach Allen's a monster.
Beast.
He's another All-Pro.
Yep.
Zach Allen, Nick Bonito, Patrick Surtain,
Bonito, yep,
Quinn Miners, and
too.
Garrett Bowles.
Solid.
Monsters.
Yep.
So go fucking figure, dude. Like either first or second all Pro.
Dice it how you want.
Not Pro Bowl because that's a fan vote. I'm talking like the real shit.
Yeah, don't that matter.
The All Pro votes. This is a team that nobody fucking had even remotely good, and yet here they are at 10 wins, and they went into Buffalo, and for about 3.5 quarters it was a fucking tight game, till the refs were like. And did you guys see the ref go over to Josh Allen on the fucking thing after that 4th down when he fired it into the end zone? It was incomplete, and it looked like Pat Surtain. He got sacked, and it looked like Pat Surtain like mugged the receiver in the back of the end zone. And Bill, was it Bill Walton?
Vinovich.
Was it Bill Vinovich?
Yeah.
Went over and went over to the bench and was like explaining to Josh Allen what happened.
Right,
bro. Every former player that I've listened to their podcast or show or whatever this week was what the fuck was that?
Really?
Yeah.
No one has ever seen that. No one's ever seen that shit. Again, I'm not saying that the Bills fucking deserve to lose because the refs won it for them. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm getting at here.
But that's just a little shade.
But
I've never heard of that. I didn't know that.
When have you ever seen a head ref go over and be like patting the quarterback on the? She'll be sorry, like I think if I was gonna defend it as an NFL referee, representative, I would say he went over and he was explaining to Josh, hey, you were already in the grasp, you were going down when the foul occurred in the end zone. We determined that you were.
You shouldn't need to. The call's a call, motherfucker.
But why does Josh? I've never seen Peyton Manning get that. Never seen Tom Brady get that. Aaron Rodgers,
the call, bitch.
Drew Brees.
The call's the call, bitch.
Apparently, Josh said in the post game they asked him about it. He said Bill came over to him and told him like the play is the play, but asked him, don't get so animated and like curse us out. Like we're like basically like deal with it.
Oh, he was telling him like not what was going on.
How do we know
He was
though?
saying,
How do we know?
Fuck off.
How do we know?
We don't know
and
that.
also like,
it looked too
why
friendly.
are you going over on the fucking sideline and telling him that?
Yeah, while he's sitting on the bench, correct?
Putting his hat on and putting his jacket on.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm listening to like one of the DNVR podcasts, and Todd Davis and No Sean Moreno were like, "What the fuck is that?"
No shit.
Like,
No Sean Moreno.
They're like, I had Peyton Manning as my quarterback. And like I never seen a ref do that to Peyton Manning. They're like, played against Tom Brady. Never saw a ref go and do that to Tom Brady.
Yep.
They're like, yo, that was some fuck shit. And whatever, dude. Like, I'm not blaming the game on the refs. I do think the NFL has a vested interest in certain teams, and soft rigging is very much a thing in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever, take it or leave it. Like, there was no way in fucking hell if the refs could help it, that the Broncos were going to win that game.
Yeah.
Like, if it came down to it, like, no way.
Right.
Josh Allen's way too big of a... Josh Allen versus Pat Mahomes is just way too big of a fucking ticket on Championship Sunday. Yeah. Or Lamar. Like, it doesn't matter. Like
I know. Now that they got, like... Lamar's like the Green Party.
And now for another bit, like CJ...
Fucking it up for the Democrats and Republicans.
CJ Stroud's pretty big draw, too. Like...
Yeah, you never know.
Homeboy, listen.
We might not see Patrick
They
Mahomes.
fucking murdered the Chargers, and I love that.
Yo, we might not see Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship.
Bro.
Maybe.
No, we will.
I mean, I know we shit on...
I wouldn't say.
Taylor Swift.
All right.
Taylor Swift. Are we going to get mad?
5 minutes left.
Taylor Swift. I'm just going to try to get the views up.
It doesn't work
like that?
It doesn't work
Fuck.
like that.
All right. Taylor Swift.
But
Taylor Swift.
somebody did
just in case.
One of our cousins texted me today, my brother-in-law texted me today. He was like, he's like, I got the narrative bowl. Rams versus Chiefs. Swifties versus the burning city. You know,
yeah. Just like the 9/11 Patriots.
I mean, it wasn't really. It didn't
America's team.
That would have made way more sense if it was a New York
Giants,
team.
Yeah, if it was the Giants or the Jets.
Yeah, now
we were both pretty good.
We look back and we're all like, man, we were fucking stupid thinking that.
Yeah, 9/11 Boston.
And they're like,
the planes took off from you.
And they're like, well, why did the Saints win the Super Bowl right after Katrina? And I'm like,
oh, they didn't.
No, it was like 4 years later, dude.
Yeah, they didn't, bro. My
bad.
But
it was after
Katrina hit, and like Drew Brees was still very much a starter in San Diego at that point.
06?
05.
05, yeah.
05 was Katrina.
Who won that?
Steelers.
That's the Steelers, right?
Yeah, and Drew Brees got his shoulder caved in week 17.
Because then 06 was
while they had Phillip Rivers riding the bench behind him.
Yeah.
Sean Payton was still a fucking offensive coordinator for the Giants at that point, I'm pretty sure.
Where was Sean McDermott when he was taking notes from September 11th?
Yeah, no shit, right? Like, all these conspiracy theories.
You remember that?
You ever notice? I love these guys. Like, ever notice the Patriots won after 9/11? The Saints won after Katrina. And I'm like, no.
No, they didn't. Like years after they eventually made it.
Factually, they're telling the truth.
Yeah, they did win after, yes, but it wasn't immediately.
Yeah.
The Patriots won after World War II.
Season died after Jesus. You know what I mean?
No, but the last season, a Buffalo Bills player and some of the teammates came out and were like, yeah, we had a problem with Sean McDermott telling us, like, Osama bin Laden was like his like a role model of like how he planned shit.
Yeah.
And all this shit came out from it. That was a big thing.
Yeah, it was a real thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, that was a funny thing.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, we're not on ESPN, so we won't go down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
But all right, let's wrap it up there, boys. I don't think we have enough time.
11:59. Damn.
I'm gonna pass out.
I don't think we got enough to.
We have 30 seconds left. 35 seconds left.
No, we don't. We got.
No, we have 30 seconds left now.
I got 2:57 on ours.
I got 11:59 and 35 seconds.
It doesn't matter what you have; it's what I have.
I'm just saying we're about to go. Oh.
I'm the HNIC over here, bro.
Well, I know. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
I control the
we're
clock.
We're about to hit midnight.
Anyway, great fucking show, boys. 3 fucking hours too. Good job.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die for the Super Bowl.
You are. We'll be back next Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try to get on a little earlier so we don't have to be on until midnight next week.
Oh my God.
But nonetheless, thank you all for joining us. Roll One Seat One, Joey Fats Radio, right here on the one, the only, the New Bedford Guide. Don't be afraid. Don't forget, I should say. Definitely don't be afraid. Don't forget. Go check out our friends down at the Village Sweet Shop, 300 Elm Street, Paid in Aaron, Mass. Go get your candy. Go get your sweets. Go get your sweet tooth.
You gotta plug your Monday night show too.
Yes, and on Monday nights I'll be on the adult table. Check out my Facebook page for that. We'll be me and Trav do a kind of an everyday talk about current kind of just topic of the day show. But we'll be on Monday nights around 8:00 for that. So check that out too. Make sure to post that. But until then, Joey Fats Radio for Mr. Betancourt, Plizzy. I am Joey Fats. This has been another episode of Roll One Seat One on Joey Fats Radio, and we will check you all next week, Tuesday night, 8:45 p.m. Can't wait. Have fun. Enjoy your divisional round. Peace.
Go Vrabel.
Peace.
Right?